it's time for UW Stevens Point Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network. Follow the Pointers all season long as they battle in the Wisconsin Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. Pointers Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network is brought to you by Marshfield Clinic Health System, Skyward, U.S. Bank, Century Insurance, Century World, PJ's Restaurant, Team Sherrill Companies, Subway, Stevens Point Brewery, General Beer, Papa John's, the National Guard, TDS Fiber, Buffalo Wild Wings, Len Dudas Motors, Dunkin' Donuts and Baskin Robbins at Stevens Point, Sport Clips, Hilltop Pub and Grill, Auto Select, Pizza Ranch, Coca-Cola, and BSN Sports and Under Armour. And good evening from KB Willett Arena in Stevens Point. Welcome to Pointers Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network. I'm Tom Weaver. Glad to be with you tonight. Non-conference women's action here tonight as the Pointers host the Marian University Sabres. Two teams kind of going in opposite directions here tonight. The Pointers have lost 3 straight coming in, while the Sabres have won their last 2 after sweeping Northland on the weekend. We'll get to more on the Sabres on the minute, but for the Pointers, swept by number 2 River Falls last weekend, 4-2 on Friday night. Sarah Adalin, Josie Bender with goals. Olivia Schultz made 37 saves. And a 3-1 win by the Falcons on Saturday. Maddie Anderle with a power play goal. Olivia Schultz made 44 saves. Was the 19th straight win by the Falcons over the Pointers. So I am convinced one of these days that streak is going to go here. And again, let's see, 19 straight wins by River Falls, and they've now been winless in their last 25 against the Falcons, who came in flying high, ranked number 2 in the weekend. But I tell you what, plenty of signs for encouragement for the Pointers here, hanging in there with the high-flying Falcons, and it will set them up here tonight. For the Marian University Sabres, a slow start to the year as they started the year 0-8-1. But since they've turned the page to the new year, they have won 4 out of 5. They won the Bethel Showcase with 2-1 wins over Nichols and a 4-1 win over Bethel, and then swept Northland last weekend. 3-1 on Friday night. Brooke Anderson, Sydney Schipper, Allie Kiefer with a power play goal. The shots were 33-27 in favor of the Sabres on Friday night. Kayla Kopitke made 26 saves to get the win. And on Saturday, a 3-1 win. Dana Jones with a pair of goals. Brooke Anderson also tallying. Abby Edstrom made 22 saves to pick up her first career win. So the Sabres come in 4-9-1 overall, 0-6-0 in the NCHA. Stevens Point at 7-8-1, 2-3-0 in the WIAC. And again, have dropped 3 straight here, and we'll look to get things turned around as we come in. WIAC standings coming into tonight, it is still River Falls and Eau Claire tied for first place with 15 points, but the Falcons have a game in hand on the Blue Gold. Stevens Point sits in third with 6 points. It is UW Superior with 3 points, and Northland still looking for their first points on the season. So River Falls ranked 2 in the country. Eau Claire is ranked 8th. As River Falls 14-2-0 and 4 in the pairwise as well, 13-3-0 for Eau Claire. So a 2-horse race as we go down the stretch here. Of course, the Pointers after today will take on Eau Claire on Saturday at Eau Claire. It's a 2 o'clock game there, as Stevens Point will get back at it with just a single game on the weekend with the non-conference game here. Other games this week in the WIAC, Augsburg is at Eau Claire tomorrow, Superior at River Falls on Thursday, and then beside the Pointers and Eau Claire at Hobbs Ice Arena in Eau Claire Saturday afternoon. That's a 2 o'clock game. River Falls will be at Superior. So that is how the WIAC standings shape up. And again, River Falls ranks 2nd in the country. Gustavus is the top-ranked team in the country on the women's side. The Gusties of Gustavus at 13-1-0, got 15 first-place votes. The Falcons got 5. So after that, other West teams in the ranking, Adrian is 5th, and UW Eau Claire is 8th. Outside of that, St. Norbert also tapping into the poll, number 15 at 12-3-2 overall. Sabres come in, of course, out of the NCHA. And, as we said, have been very good here in the new year. winning 4 out of 5 games here. As you look at their program history, a team that's made the NCHA tournament 6 times, most recent in 2022. So that is where they'll sit there. Last time these two teams met was back earlier in the year here on November the 1st. Stevens Point a 3-1 win at Fond du Lac. Annika Horman, Allie Granowski, and Josie Bender with goals for the Pointers. 22 saves for Olivia Schultz in that game. And it was Hannah Kuna with a goal for the Sabres in that matchup. Abby Oken made 22 saves. As again, Stevens Point, a 3-1 win back on November the 1st. All-time series between these two teams, 22-1-0 in favor of the Pointers. They're 12-1 here at Willett Arena, 10-0 on the road. Stevens Point has won 5 straight. The only Marian win, December the 4th of 2018, a 2-1 win, that at IceHogs Arena here in Stevens Point. All right, let's get to our starting lineups here this evening. First of all, for the Sabres of Marian University, the goaltender is Abby Oken, a sophomore out of Beaver Dam. On defense, it is Kristen Bishop. She is a senior out of, Dorchester, Ontario. The left on left defense here tonight, it is Mackenzie Rosine, and she is a junior out of Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. Up front, the center is Rianne Pegan. She is a senior out of Saskatchewan. Bryn Weaver on the right wing, a junior out of Cottage Grove, Wisconsin. And Victoria Payton is the left wing, a junior out of Toronto, Ontario. Head coach of the Sabres is Jamie Kivy. She's in her 11th season, 60 wins, 126 losses, and 13 ties. She was the NCHA Coach of the Year in 2013-14. Was an assistant at St. Norbert College for 2 years and an All-American defenseman at Elmira, played in 3 Final Fours, and was a Laura Hurd finalist for the Division III Women's Player of the Year during her time with the Soaring Eagles. For the Pointers, UW Stevens Point, Olivia Schultz gets the start here tonight. Her 17th start of the year. She's 7-8-1, a goals against average of 2.13 for the 5'8 senior out of Maplewood, Minnesota. On defense, Lena Berthume, 5'4 and a junior out of South Haven, Michigan, and Lauren Winsenson, 5'9 and a junior out of Wausau. Up front, Micah Zip, the center, 5'4 and a senior out of Fond du Lac. On right wing, Shelby Treba, 5'4 and a sophomore out of Plover. And the left wing is Sarah Adalin, 5'7 and a junior for the junior captain out of Wayzata, Minnesota. Pointers are coached by Ann Ninneman and assisted by Craig Dakins. Coach Ninneman in her 17th season, 228 wins, 165 losses, and 47 ties for the Pointers' first ever All-American on the women's side here. 17 years for Ann Ninneman as she keeps leading the Pointers here, and will face the Marian University Sabres here tonight. We'll take a break. We'll come back into the opening faceoff. Stevens Point and Marian. Non-conference women's hockey action. Our face-off coming up next on the Pointer Sports Network. Len Dudas Motors is your trusted Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealership in Stevens Point. Check out their large selection of new and used vehicles, or come in for a test drive. Ask questions about your financing, browse their inventory, or schedule the service you need to keep your vehicle running for years to come. From the time you enter the showroom, you can expect to be treated like family each and every visit. Len Dudas Motors, 3305 Main Street, Stevens Point.
In guys' hair, game day is every day. That's why the expert stylist at Sport Clips Haircuts study their playbooks with a fine-toothed comb.
Taylor, square face, wavy hair. What's the play?
1/8 inch mid-fade to 1 inch texture top with finishing details with a hard part and a tapered neckline, coach.
Nice.
The Sport Clips stylist, they know no two guys are ever alike, unless they're twins. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Show off your Pointer pride with the Affinity Debit Card exclusively from U.S. Bank. The Affinity Debit Card isn't just for students. Parents, alumni, faculty, and other fans can show their spirit too. Visit usbank.com/UWSP to get your Pointer Affinity Debit Card today. Or visit the campus branch location in the Dreyfus University Center Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. U.S. Bank, the official banking partner of UW Stevens Point.
The Pointers Blue Line Club brings together hockey fans from all levels to enjoy and support Pointers hockey. Whether you're an individual, family, or business, there are many ways you can support the Pointer program. Consider an individual membership, a business sponsorship, or visit the Blue Line Club apparel stand and purchase the latest items to show your Pointer hockey pride. Get more information at PointerBlueLineClub.com.
All right, back here at Willett Arena, we are ready to roll. We'll hear from Pointers coach Ann Ninneman coming up in our first intermission. She'd like to get the puck in the back of the net a little bit more. Stevens Point averaging 2.2 goals a game, giving up 2.4. Scoring's been even harder to come by for the Sabres. 1.9 goals against, goals for, 3.3 goals against. Both these teams averaging under 25 shots a game. So that is hopefully where things will come from. Sabres 25 American-born players, 3 from Canada, and also played UW Superior early in the year. 3-0 win there on 3-0 loss there on December the 13th. Sabres will have a home-and-home series with Lawrence Thursday and Friday coming up this week. All right, we are set to go here. Josh Carl, Jim Brown, the referees. And Ryan Berdal will work the lines here tonight as assigned by the WIAC, and we are underway off the opening draw. Controlled by the Pointers, dumped in, spun around to the far side for Stevens Point. It is Lauren Winsenson. She'll get the puck deep back to the far corner. Sabres will give chase there, and it's Micah Zip for Stevens Point. Zip slides it up the far boards as Stevens Point will try to keep possession of there. It is Rianne Pegan that's in there for the Sabres. They will clear it around the backside of the Marian net. The goaltender again, Abby Okin. She made the start against Stevens Point earlier in the year. Bumped off on the near side. Here comes Courtney Leising. She walks a defender and then tipped away. Nice recovery there by Mackenzie Rosine. Big pile up here in the near corner, and Rosine goes down hard. And watch out here. A collision in the near corner with the Pointers' Maddie Anderle, and it is Mackenzie Rosine who is down in the near corner here, waiting for the Pointer medical staff to come out here and tend to her. I did not see kind of an awkward collision here in the near corner, and looks to be now trying to get up on 2 knees, and will come out, getting back to her feet slowly here. So opening minute of play here, and they will come out and escort her off. She's coming off under her own power, which is a good sign there. So Mackenzie Rosine, the junior out of Sun Prairie, Wisconsin, able to make her way back to the bench, and I saw her give the I'm okay to one of her teammates, are ready to go. And Pointer staff, I think, will check on her anyway. We'll set to go. 19:14 to go here in the first period. Still looking for the game's first shot on goal. Stevens Point into the offensive zone here with a face-off to the right side of Abby Okin. Off the draw, trying to dig it out for Stevens Point. Courtney Leising. She'll throw it back behind the net for the Sabres in the far corner. It is Caitlin Traver. Traver can't clear it. Still loose. Stevens Point with it again. They'll walk right in front of the net and then clear it out again. Traver cleared it out to the far corner. There to the rebound is Maddie Anderle. Anderle spins it between a couple of defenders, gets it free to Leising. She thought about a wraparound. Now will right through. Rebound is there. And held in out high now by McKenna Pikarski. Pikarski now to Leising again through a stick check. Fires a shot. Okin with a save, and she'll get down and cuff her. Good cycling here by the Pointers so far. Had a couple of chances here. 18:36 to go in the first. And we will reset for another offensive zone face-off here for the Pointers. Courtney Leising leading the way for the Pointers. 9 goals, 13 points overall. All right, off the draw, worked her out of the far corner. They'll feed it ahead. Here's Allie Gronowski for Stevens Point. Looking for Lexi Hagen behind the net. Hagen back to Gronowski. Goes too far to the far corner. Maddie Anderle chases it down to the far corner. Hagen with it again. And half full in the far side. Gronowski will get it back once more, but the Sabres able to pick it up. No charge back the other way. Allie Kiefer with it stolen away. Back the other way for Point. Solly Doyle with it. She'll carry it in. Doyle coming in, flips it in. Save made by Okin. And a rebound chance there, but she'll get out, covered up again. We'll get another whistle with 18:03 to go here in the first period. Still scoreless. Stevens Point a couple of chances here. And Molly Millar out to take the draw here for Stevens Point. Molly Millar out there with Josie Bender and Ashton Wilczek on this line. We'll hear from Ashton coming up in our second intermission as our pointer profile. Long range shot. Oken kicks that one out, goes into the netting. We'll get a whistle and a stoppage in play as it goes up and out of play. Micah Zip centering Shelby Treba and Sarah Adalin. Courtney Leising centers Maddie Anderle and Katie Stanius. Allie Gronowski centers Natalie Ahern and Gina Magro. Molly Millar with Ashton Wilczek, Josie Bender. Lexi Hagen dresses as the 13th forward here tonight. Defensive pairings, Lena Berthume and Lauren Winsenson, Grace Torma and McKenna Pikarski, and Kayla Stumo and Soleil Doyle for Stevens Point. And it is Maura Farrell backing up Olivia Schultz in the net. Firing a shot that's blocked as it came out. Winsenson teed that one up. To the rebound for Stevens Point is Josie Bender. Bender behind, comes to the near side. Berthume in to play that one. She'll force it up the wall on the near side again. Goes all the way to the far corner. Aubriella Westfall able to clear it out. A long-range pass here. This should be an icing call against the Sabres, and it is. Hustling out to make sure was Sarah Adalin, but we'll get another whistle. 17:34 to go here in the first period. Still scoreless. Shots on goal 2-0 in favor of the Pointers. Marian University, their lineup here tonight. Allie Kiefer centering Alyssa Heim and Emma Heidi. It is Sydney Schipper between Logan Crawford and Brooke Anderson. It is Erin Olson between Melody Eastman and Hannah Kuna. We'll get to the rest of the lineup here in a minute. Long-range shot in on Olivia Schultz. She'll get down and cover it up. And we will get a whistle here. And again, it's Rianne Pegan with Bryn Weaver and Victoria Payton. Those are the forwards. On defense, Aubriella Westfall and Caitlin Traver. Mackenzie Rosine with Kristen Bishop, Lily Akala and Bailey Williams. And again, Abby Oka, Abby Edstrom, and Kayla Kopitke are the goalies here. And should mention a 13th skater here, an extra forward for Madeline Chimenti. Pointers controlling their own end. Far side behind the net. It is Grace Torma. She'll flip it to the near side and trying to set a break up here as forecheck coming in for the Sabres. Still loose on the near side. Pegan sends it back the other way to the red line on the far side. Spinning with it there is Bryn Weaver. Can't get it. Now it comes all the way back in to Caitlin Traver. Traver up the wall on the near side. Katie Stanius giving chase. Stanius cycling back with it. She'll cut ahead, leaves it up ahead. Here comes Stevens Point through the neutral zone. Courtney Leising tried to dangle with it and then lost the handle on it. Schipper back the other way with some speed. Schipper fires a shot, kicked aside by Olivia Schultz. Schipper to the rebound on the far side. Stevens Point with it, back the other way. Kayla Stumo. She'll go cross ice. Katie Stanius. She'll bring it in and poke check from behind. Taken away. Logan Crawford with it. Crawford works it around a defender. In on Olivia Schultz. She'll make a stick save and get down and cover. We'll get a whistle. 16:18 to go in the first. We are still scoreless. Again, shots on goal for the Sabres, 25.4 per game, giving up 33.9. Stevens Point, 23.3, 35.8. So, we'll face off to the left side of Olivia Schultz. And we'll get a false start here on the face-off. And for Stevens Point, it's Allie Gronowski in there to take the draw. Forces it to the half wall on the near side. Poked ahead. Lena Berthume sends it out into the neutral zone. Lexi Hagen giving chase. Pointers will get it and flip a backhander in. Lily Akala with it. And to the side of the net it goes. Stevens Point now with it. And is it frozen up? Yeah, I'm not sure if the goaltender has it or if it's frozen up on the backside of the net, either or. Our stop and start action continues here. 15:15 to go in the first, still scoreless. Shots early here. Stevens Point in favor, 2-1. Face-off will come to the left side of Abby Oken. Stevens Point will put the Molly Millar, Josie Bender, Ashton Wilczek line out here. Millar to the far corner. Sabres a nice job to break that around. Bailey Williams on the near side, up but not out. Stevens Point regains possession and then loses it. Finally cycling with it. Wilczek. She'll dump it to the far corner. Bender giving chase there. Up the wall on the far side and just trickles out. It is Grace Tormo with it. Cross ice to Ashton Wilczek. Wilczek ahead off the near boards and sent in deep. poked back the other way and was sent all the way back through Grace Torma, so no icing call here against the Sabres. Far corner, Shelby Treba for Stevens Point. Treba shoved it ahead but had it intercepted. It's played back deep there by Aaron Olsen, And it goes loose back behind the net. McKenna Piekarski for Stevens Point. Now to Torma, near side again, finally dug out there, and here comes Sarah Adalin. She'll go rink wide through a defender, and giving chase. They'll wave off the icing call here, as it is Shelby Treba getting in there in the far corner to try to get it. This is read well by Kayla Stumo. She'll send it in, but right into the skates here of Mackenzie Rosine. So Rosine went down in a heap earlier. Good to see her back out there. She'll flip the puck deep, goes back behind the net for Stevens Point. Soleil Doyle up the near side and runs into some traffic in the near corner. Trying to pop it free to Lysing. Poked away from her again. Bryn Weaver with a shot to the side of the net. Olivia Schultz down to cover it up, and we'll get a whistle. 14-18 to go in the first. Still scoreless. And not a whole lot of chances here for either one of these teams. Face-off will stay in the Stevens Point end. Stevens Point a 4-2 loss against River Falls on Friday. 3-1 loss on Saturday. You'll hear my conversation with Ann Inman talked about, they've had times where they've hung with both the Falcons and Eau Claire, who have been atop the WIAC perch for a while here, hang with them on Friday night and then have things go sideways on Saturday. Not the case here. Played well for 6 periods. All right, Lena Berthume for the Pointers works it around the backside of the net. Katie Stanius on the near side will try to clear it out. Long range pass ahead, and this is carried in. Courtney Lysing ridden away from behind. Now Pointers will get a stick on it. Now back the other way. This might be a 2-on-1 here for the Sabres. Sydney Schipper brings it in. Schipper veers off. She'll go to the far corner. Defensive help coming. Sabres go to the front of the net but can't get it there. Lauren Winsenson breaks it up. Shot to the side of the net. Olivia Schultz reaching around the net to try to get it. Now we'll survey things up and get back to her feet. All right, for Stevens Point, here's Katie Stanius. Stanius up ahead. Back the other way, charge the Pointers. Maddie Anderle, far side. Long-range shot. Oaken with a save. She'll hang on. We'll get a whistle. 13-21, 22 to go. Here in a scoreless first period. KB Willett Arena and Stevens Point. Pointer men will be home this weekend, hosting River Falls. Split a weekend series in Minnesota over the weekend, winning at Concordia Moorhead Friday and dropped the 3-2 decision at St. John's on Saturday. But it's WIAC play for the Pointer men here, Friday, Saturday night. 6:45 our pregame coverage both nights. Shot off the face-off. Save made by Oaken as it's Natalie Ahern. Got a nice chance from the far face-off circle. And they will reset once again. Granoski wins the draw again. Chopping at it that time is Kayla Snumo. Wide of the net, Pointers get the rebound. Another shot block here. Doyle with it out high. She'll send it deep around the boards to Lexi Hagan behind the net. Pointers read it again. Stumo after it, but it comes out of the zone. Pointers have to pull back. Now they turn it over. Alyssa Heim back the other way. She'll veer off, look to cycle. Firing a shot toward the front of the net. That's smothered off, and Stevens Point will get it. Here comes Lexi Hagan. Hagan sends it deep. She'll come off on a change, and giving chase for Stevens Point now, Natalie Ahern. Ahern 5 side. They work it around her. Lauren Winsenson pulls it back. Gets it to Lena Berthume. She'll play it ahead off the near boards. Looking to string it out to head to Molly Millar. Goes too far. Now the Pointers get a stick on it. Now defense. Here's a turnover coming right up the middle. Stevens Point. Winsenson goes to the backhand. Backhanded puck there is cleared out. Trying to get to it. Molly Millar with a backhander, but it ricocheted off of her. Came all the way out and then sent down into the Stevens Point end. Olivia Schultz leaves it right behind the net. Nobody picked it up. Shot attempt there is blocked and comes wide to the near side. Here's Ashton Wilczek, brings it in on the near side. Wilczek gets to the center of the ice, fires a shot. Oaken with a save. That's off the glass. Far corner it goes. Bender keeps it going behind the net for Millar. Millar looks to center. Spinning move to get to her forehand in the near corner. Millar tried to center it. Rolled off the end of her stick. Piekarski trying to set up shop in front of the net. And it'll go to the far side. Piekarski sends it back deep again. Pointers after it once again for the Sabres. Caitlin Traber up the far side and held in once again. Micah Zip flips it deep again. Bouncing puck to the far corner. Westfall looks to play it. Centering pass. Here comes Adalin. She'll fire a backhander. That's blocked. Far corner it goes. Micah Zip now Behind the net again. She'll reverse, looks to center, jam shot in front to the side of the net. Stick save made by Oken, and she'll hang on. 11:28 to go here, still in a scoreless first period. Pointers moving the puck around, but not a whole lot of chances. Marian's doing a pretty good job of disrupting things here and there. All right, face-off stays in the Marian end to the right side of the goaltender, Oken. All right, far corner. Long-range pass, 2-on-1 again. Here's Pegan with it. Back the other way. Long-range shot fired wide. Getting to the rebound here on the near side is Bryn Weaver out high. Now comes to Weaver down low. Lost the handle on it. Goes behind the net. She'll center it out in front. Schultz smothers that one off. Goes to the far corner. Stumo had a piece of it and now gets it to Soli Doyle. Soli Doyle ahead at center ice. So charge in. Courtney Leising a little hesitation as she came up the middle, and we'll get a whistle and an offsides. Face-off just outside the Marian blue line here. And 11 minutes to go here in the first period. We're still scoreless. Allie Gronowski takes the draw. Far side, they'll flip it ahead. And Sensen, nice job to read that and intercept. She'll flip it deep and charge after it. Bishop sends it behind the net to the near corner. Pointers can't maintain possession of it there. Around to the near side, Lexi Hagan setting up in front of the net, couldn't get it to her. Sabres back the other way, have a 3-on-2. Ahead they come. Brooke Anderson in on the far side, their leading scorer. Schultz with a save. Left a juicy rebound out there, but the Pointers clear it away. Natalie Ahern ahead. Ahern up the near boards, tried to clear it ahead, and at the red line on the near side, finally picked up by Josie Bender. Bender will flip it deep, and she'll give chase. 10:15 to go in the first. Still scoreless. Stevens Point behind the net. Millar tried to get a centering pass. That's broken up. Bender after it. On the far side, stepping around Pikarski. Now comes to Josie Bender. Flipped away from her. Pointers keep it going in the right direction here, though, however. Wilczek to the near side. That's intercepted, and it's Allie Kiefer back the other way from Marian. Long-range pass ahead for Logan Crawford. Crawford, the first one to get there, but Pikarski tips it away from behind. She'll leave it in the near corner for Ashton Wilczek. Wilczek and Grace Tormo looking to work the breakout here. Pointers flip it around to the far side it goes. Josie Bender will get it now. She'll cycle back. She'll lose a defender, and Josie Bender will flip a rink-wide pass ahead for Ashton Wilczek. Might be out of gas here. She'll get possession of it and then flip it with a backhander down into the zone, and Marian charging back the other way. Long-range pass tipped in by Alyssa Heim. Heim near side, and Sarah Adalin poking for it. And what do we have? Whistle and a penalty call coming up here, and a body checking call I think is going to come against the Pointers, Sarah Adalin. And we will get the media timeout here with a power play coming to the Sabres. 9:08 to go in the first. We are scoreless here on the Pointers Sports Network.
Sport Clips Haircuts has an app. Download the app. Upgrade your experience.
All right, people, bring it in. The Sport Clips app. Use it to check in, track your arrival time, get heads-up alerts. Why is that important?
Oh, because guys don't like to wait.
That's right, Alicia. Convenience.
The Sport Clips app. If it were any more convenient, it would cut your hair. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Opt-in required. Message and data fees may apply.
Want to stay in the game online with the Pointers? Visit the official UWSP Athletics website, athletics.uwsp.edu. The new and improved online home of the Pointers provides fans with a clean, consistent, and modern experience across all devices. You find the latest Pointers news, rosters, schedules, results, links to live broadcasts, statistics, and much, much more. Your gateway to the Pointers Sports Network, athletics.uwsp.edu. All right, back here at Willett Arena. Tom Weaver on the Pointers Sports Network. Glad you're with us on this Tuesday night. Marian will head to the power play here tonight. 6 of 52, 11.5%. Pointer penalty kill's been dynamite. We'll run their numbers in a minute. Traver holds it in out high and walks it along, dumps it to the near corner. They'll cycle near side to Brooke Anderson. Back out high to Traver. She'll go cross ice to Bishop. Bishop trying to weave around a defender on the far side. Micah Zip going, zip it through. Nobody could connect on it. Traver with a shot. Redirected in front. That went wide. Schultz might have gotten a stick on that one. Right in front again. Here it comes. Stevens Point hustling to get to it. But the Sabres end up jamming it back deep again. Brooke Anderson to the near corner. She runs into Lauren Winsenson. And they bring it back out high to Traver. Cross ice pass again. Sabres set it up. Long range shot. Glove save made by Olivia Schultz. And we'll get a whistle here with 1:19 remaining in the power play for the Sabres. Pointer penalty kill, 34 of 38. That's 90.5%. It has been very good for Stevens Point. I think the other thing Coach Ninman, who you'll hear talked about, want to put the puck in the net a little bit more. Face-offs. Pointers winning just 35.5% of their face-offs on the season so far. Marian, in comparison, 45.7. All right, Pointers will get it. They will clear it up the middle and get it back out to center ice. Back to get it, Aubriella Westfall. Westfall weaving around near her own blue line. Saucer pass to the far side, mishandled a little bit by Rosine. And that allows the Pointers to gain possession of it. Stanius will send it right back out. 50 seconds to go in the power play, 8 minutes to go here in period number 1. Still scoreless from Willett Arena. Long-range pass ahead. Here comes Kiefer. Sent back the other way and giving chase for Stevens Point is Courtney Leising. Leising will get it in the near corner, works it around the board. Stevens Point changing the other 3 penalty killers. So Leising, a one-person show out there at the moment. Now in is Gina Magro for the Pointers to help out. Magro on the far board, still with Leising, still on the far side. All kinds of stick work here. Kicked out of the zone and now picked up here by Ellie Kiefer. Kiefer carries it in, firing a shot, deflected into the near corner. Kiefer to the rebound, tried to throw it in front. Lena Berthume will get it, and she will wire it down the length of the ice with 5 seconds remaining here in the power play for the Sabres. Stevens Point has killed it off. 7:05 to go in the first period, and we're still scoreless. Long-range pass here should be an icing call against Marian, and it is. 7:03 to go here in the first period. And a reminder, Stevens Point Brewery is a proud sponsor of UWSP Athletics. They remind you to make it a point to drink responsibly. Face off to the left side of Abby Oken. Abby Oken has made 6 saves here tonight in the opening 12:57 of this one. All right, far side, Kuna up the far boards, able to get it out to Melody Eastman. Eastman carries it in, but it's tipped behind by Doyle. Now loose into the near corner. Micah Zip will get it. She'll shove it ahead on the near boards for Sarah Adalin. Lost her stick partially, and now Zip with it. She'll zip it ahead to Shelby Treba. Treba gets it, bounces around through a couple of defenders. Marian doing a pretty good job protecting the blue line here, making entry into the zone difficult for the Pointers. Sabres flip it behind the Stevens Point net. Schultz around to the far side. Treba will get it. Treba feeds it back, and Pointers clear it out. Here's Molly Millar. 2-on-2 with Ashton Wilczek. She'll scoop it in to the near side of the net. There to get it for Marian, Caitlin Traver. And it's loose at the half wall on the far side. Back behind the net again. Bishop sends it ahead. And off the near wall, Molly Millar back to get it near her own blue line. Millar around through a pair of stick checks. Feeds it ahead, and trying to scoop it deep there is Josie Bender for the Pointers. Bender, Katie Stanius reaching for it now. Grace Torma had it as well. Long range pass here. Courtney Leising off the change will get it. She'll scoop back behind her own bench and look to solo break it out. Walks through 2 defenders. Courtney Leising at center ice now. Cuts to the middle. Leising lost it. Brings it back in. Dangles it around. Throws in front. Directed just wide by Katie Stanius. Stanius to the rebound. Out high it comes. Berthume fires a shot. Oken a save. Rebound. Backhander cleared out. Rebound. Loose shot. What do we got? Pile up in the net. And the net is off. Katie Stanius to the side of the net. May have knocked it in, but I think it came after the net came off. So the Pointers get to the net. Oken with a couple of huge saves here. Kept the puck out, 3 of them. And the net off, and then I think either went in from the side or came in, whatever. Nonetheless, Stevens Point with some pressure, but nothing to show for it. 5:28 to go here in the first. Still scoreless. All right, Pointers flip it deep. Lexi Hagan sends it deep. Allie Gronowski after it in the far corner. Hagan after it again. Lifted out and around. Lena Berthume back to get it. Berthume turns around. She'll chip it up the near boards to Hagan, and that's out of the zone. Picked up here by Sydney Schipper. Schipper wheeling back. Comes through the middle and ends up to Lauren Winsenson. Near side, Gronowski. Gronowski plays it up on the near side. Natalie Ahern in there for Stevens Point. Schipper poking it away for a minute for the Sabres. Still going, and it is Ahern again. Micah Zip carves it out of there. Berthume back to Ahern. Back to Berthume on the near side. Collision here near the red line, and the Sabres end up with it. 4:40 to go in a scoreless first period. Lauren Winsenson for the Pointers. Winsenson, left wing, fights her way across the red line, sends it deep. Rims around the board. Adalin, the first to get there behind the net, centers it out in front, and a backhanded shot fired wide. Rebound cleared out. Don't think it ever got in on Okin, and Stevens Point sends it deep again. Kayla Stumo. Here's Adalin behind the net now. Sarah Adalin throws it to the middle, nobody home, and the Sabres able to clear it out. Diving effort here by Kayla Stumo to keep it going, but the Sabres able to shove it ahead and send it back in the other way. Too strong for Brooke Anderson. That allows the Pointers to regain possession. They'll throw it at center ice. Here's Molly Millar. Bouncing puck comes open. Molly Millar comes in. Backhanded shot. Pad save made by Okin. Rebound to the near corner. Okin around. Near side quickly to close that one off. Doyle fires a shot, deflected. Rebound to the far side, trickles to the far corner. Comes back out into the neutral zone. Alyssa Heim charging ahead. Torma off the bench on a defensive change. Now centering pass, they walk right up the middle. Good back check here by Grace Torma with a stick to do it. Now shot fired, that goes wide. Stevens Point will get to the rebound. Josie Bender clears it out. Ashton Wilczek on the near side. She'll get it and feather it deep into the near corner. Pointers will change here with 3:20 to go in a scoreless first period. Long range pass ahead, and for the Sabres, Aaron Olson sends it deep. Long range pass again through the middle. Lena Berthume will track that one down for Stevens Point. Berthume, rink wide in the right wing. Long range pass to Maddie Anderle. She'll carry it in, surveys things up, cuts to the far corner. Anderle looks to center, comes through, but it's picked up by Eastman. Melody Eastman skating out. 1-on-2, far side. She'll flip it deep, and the Sabres will give chase. 2:40 to go in the first period. Soli Doyle behind her own net, works it around defender, feeds it far side. Cutting back toward the middle, Anderle. Anderle with possession of it. She'll finally swipe it out to the near side. Stevens Point. Here comes Courtney Leising, gets free. Leising coming, firing a shot. Pad save made by Okin. Rebound to the near wall. Into the near corner they go. Lexi Hagan keeps it going for Stevens Point. Hagan out there now with Natalie Ahern as well. Up the near side and spinning with it Ahern. She'll feed it far side. Long range shot lifted, hit a body in front. That never got through as teeing it up from the blue line. Soli Doyle from the far side. And to the far corner, Soli Doyle, that would have been her first tally as a Pointer. She'll keep it going. Here comes Doyle, walks in, fires a shot, block. Rebound comes, backhanded shove toward the net. Tried a little redirect to the side of the net, did Ahern. Gronowski now to the rebound with 1:45 to go in the period. Gronowski out high, Stumo, nice job to hold it in. Pointers will send it deep. Behind the net, Gronowski will go after it into the near corner along with Natalie Ahern. Around near side, Kayla Stumo gets it. Stumo off the far side. No icing call, they'll say, with under 1.5 to go in the first period. Long range pass ahead. Grace Tormo with it now. Cross ice. They'll shove it ahead and tipped into the zone. Here's Sarah Adalin with some speed. Adalin coming in, pulls it back, walks a defender, comes in, chips. The shot went just wide. Maybe a little bit of the stick there by Okin to get it free. Now backhanded shot by Torma. Never got in on net. Kristen Bishop picks that one up. She'll throw it off the glass on the far side and clear it out with a minute remaining in the period. This will slide all the way in, and Olivia Schultz, she'll get down and cover it up. And we'll get a whistle with 54 seconds remaining in the first period. A game still scoreless from KB Willett Arena. Let's see. Abby Okin, this is her 9th game of the year, her 5th start. 0-3 so far, a goals against average of 5.29, a save percentage of .871. For the sophomore out of Beaver Dam. Pointers send it in deep. Wilczek giving chase. Molly Millar on the far side now. Out on defense, they'll send it back. Josie Bender with it now. Bender lifting a shot. Glove save made by Oken, and she'll hang on with 38 seconds remaining here in the first period. Face-off will stay in the Marian end. Coming up in our first intermission, we'll get you a complete first period recap here, as well as had a conversation with Pointers head coach Ann Ninneman. Her thoughts on the River Falls weekend, this matchup here tonight, and what she did with her team over the holidays to get ready for the second half stretch. That's coming up when Sensen tried to play it out on the far side. A gamble here by Allie Kiefer keeps it going. Kiefer coming in, fires a shot. Blocker save made, and it's stuck right in the blue crease. Came out just a little bit. That allowed Lena Berthume to get it. She'll flip it ahead. Oken will come out and cover it up with Winsenson coming in, and Stevens Point will get an offensive zone faceoff here with 12.9 seconds remaining here in the scoreless first period. Pointers have controlled play mostly. And we'll get a face-off to the right side of Abby Oken. Allie Gronowski to take the face-off for Stevens Point. Flips it back to Berthume. Out high to the point when Sensen with a shot through traffic, hit a body. Sabres will get to it. They'll trickle it out with a backhander on the far side. Stevens Point back with it again. Berthume maybe a long-range chance. Fires a shot. Oken with a save at the buzzer. And the first period will come to an end here as we are scoreless from KB Willett Arena in this non-conference matchup between the Marian University Sabres and the Pointers. And it is a couple of pretty good chances toward the end of the period there for the Pointers. All right, we'll take a break. We come back, our first intermission. We'll get you a scoring recap. Plus still to come, my conversation with Pointers head coach Ann Ninneman. That is coming up. Stevens Point and Marian scoreless after one here on the Pointers Sports Network.
TDS Fiber, the future of internet, TV, and phone service, is expanding to more communities. Register now at tdsfiber.com/radio. Enjoy internet speeds up to 1 gig at your home or business. That's 10 times faster than 100 meg from cable. Plus, change the way you watch TV with our whole home DVR. Can't get that with cable. Powerful internet, premium services. Go to tdsfiber.com/radio to register, learn about bonus offers, and more. TDS Fiber available in certain areas. See website for details.
At Papa John's Pizza, the secret to success is much like the secret to making a great pizza. The more you put into it, the more you get out of it. Whether it's signature sauce, toppings, original fresh dough, or even the box itself, Papa John's invests in ingredients to ensure the finest quality pizza. Call Papa John's at 715-972-1414 for delivery, or stop by Division Street for carryout to order your favorite pizza, breadsticks, or wings today. Papa John's, a proud sponsor of Pointer Athletics.
Sure Tire and Service, get your car done right. Big town savings with a small town smile. State of the art Goodyear service keeps you going mile after mile. We're working to earn your trust. You can count on us. Sure Tire and Service, get your car done right.
Nothing beats the excitement of UW Stevens Point Athletics. Advanced tickets for men's hockey and basketball are available online at tickets.uwsp.edu or by calling the University Information and Ticket Office at 715-346-4100. Game day tickets for all Pointers events go on sale at the door 1 hour prior to game time, with group pricing available with 48-hour advance purchase required. Get your seat in the dog pound today at tickets.uwsp.edu. All right, back here at KB Willett Arena, Tom Weaver on the Pointers Sports Network on this Tuesday night. Stevens Point coming in 7-8-1 overall. Marian at 4-9-1. And those 4 wins coming in the last couple of weeks here, as the Sabres have started out 20-23 on a hot streak. As we mentioned, winning the Bethel Classic or Invitational, whatever that may have been. The Bethel Showcase, 2-1 win over Nichols, a 4-1 win over Bethel, and then swept Northland 3-1 last weekend on a couple of accounts. So they've won 4 of 5 coming in. The Pointers have dropped 3 straight here after the overtime loss at St. Mary's. I take that back. Overtime win at St. Mary's. Overtime 1-0 win over Hamlin and a 2-1 overtime loss at St. Mary's. And then, as we mentioned, dropped a couple on the weekend here to River Falls, 4-2 and 3-1 here at KB Willett Arena. All right, first period, no scoring to tell you about. Shots on goal, Stevens Point, credited with 13 first period shots, while the Sabres credited with 4. So it is Olivia Schultz for first period saves. Abby Oken makes 13 first period saves, as neither team able to dent the scoreboard here tonight. Power plays, Marian had the only power play, going 0 for 1. They were credited with 1 shot on goal. Sarah Adalin, the lone penalty, a body checking call that came at 10:52. Face-off wise, Marian winning the battle right now in the face-off dot, 12-9. That is 57.1%. Stevens Point at 42.9% as, let's see here, Stevens Point credited with 1 face-off win while shorthanded and did a really good job on the penalty kill. Stevens Point again on the kill overall for the season has been really good, as Stevens Point has killed 34 of 38 penalty or power plays against them. That's a 90.5%, or excuse me, 89.5% on the season here, and able to keep the Marian University Sabres off the board in the first period. Reminder, the Pointer schedule coming up here, a Saturday game at Eau Claire. That is a 2 o'clock game, so just one game on the weekend. Other WIAC action on the women's side coming up here this week. Wednesday night, Augsburg at Eau Claire. That is a big game pairwise wise. Eau Claire coming in 18th in the pairwise ranking, trying to move up. Of course, no automatic bid for the WIAC on the women's side, so that pairwise number means everything. And right now, River Falls at number 4 in pretty good shape. The Blue Golds would like to improve their stock. Stevens Point 32 in the pairwise rankings there. And again, the game's Thursday, Superior at River Falls, and then Saturday, Stevens Point at Eau Claire. That's a 2 o'clock game, and River Falls at Superior at 7 o'clock. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll hear from Pointers head coach Ann Ninneman. That is coming up. Stevens Point and Marian scoreless after 1 here on the Pointer Sports Network.
Hey sports fans, if supportive teammates, a great culture, and an honest shot at advancement make for a win, then you'll be victorious when you join Skyward's award-winning team. You'll help put powerful data in the hands of school leaders who serve over 7 million students around the world. Innovation, collaboration, and fun are all a part of the Skyward culture. So what are you waiting for? Apply today at skyward.com/careers and join more than 275 Pointer alumni at Skyward.
Want to get your degree and stay debt-free? With the Wisconsin Army National Guard, you can get paid to be a full-time student with their 100% tuition reimbursement program. You can join the Guard, be a part-time soldier, and earn a degree. Call Sergeant First Class Mike Parks at 920-279-7527 or visit NationalGuard.com to learn more. The Wisconsin Army National Guard, a proud sponsor of Pointers Athletics.
Snow Pilot is our winter seasonal. This beer has a tremendous body. The malt feels great. What I like is the nuttiness that it gets from the Maris Otter malt. Pistachio just comes through like you wouldn't believe. It's almost dessert-like. This is absolutely a winter beer. And if you ever have a campfire in the middle of winter, this is what you want in your glass. It's just great.
Warm up this winter with a Snow Pilot from Point Brewery.
Want to stay in the game online with the Pointers? Visit the official UWSP Athletics website, athletics.uwsp.edu. The new and improved online home of the Pointers provides fans with a clean, consistent, and modern experience across all devices. You find the latest Pointers news, rosters, schedules, results, links to live broadcasts, statistics, and much, much more. Your gateway to the Pointers Sports Network, athletics.uwsp.edu.
Continue our Pointer hockey coverage on the Pointer Sports Network. Tonight the Pointers hosting Marian
women's non-conference action at KB Willard Arena. We talk now with Pointers head coach Ann Inman. Coach, our first time to see you here in the new year, so happy new year. And did the holiday break come at a good time for you guys?
Yeah, it did. It was a great time for everyone to kind of take a step back, refresh, rejuvenate. We had finals week off and then that whole Christmas week off, and everyone was excited to come back and get back to it.
Yeah, and then the other best part I kind of think is this kind of 3 weeks between now and then, unless you've got some kids doing some winterim type stuff or whatever, you can really dial in and get some work done in these weeks.
Yeah, we have. Our team has been troopers. They've been super hard workers. We've honestly been in the ice 2+ hours almost every day, and they're engaged. They're pushing themselves. We get good cool downs in. But yeah, it's been a nice kind of break for them for school, so we can zero in on hockey a little bit.
As again, you made a trip to Minnesota and a couple of overtime battles over there. Split the weekend. It was a good weekend for you.
Yeah, it was. The second game obviously didn't tilt the way we wanted to go, but we also didn't play very well during that game, and we kind of got what we deserved there. But yeah, then we kind of grew and built from there until last weekend.
Yeah. All right, River Falls, they're a heck of a team, right? Number 2 or 1, depending on who you ask in the country. Talk about that weekend. You were right there the whole weekend.
Yeah, we were. We competed for 6 periods, and I think that's kind of the proudest moment that I have is we competed hard. We held in there. We had some scoring chances. Obviously, they had more shots than we did, but that's why we have a goalie. Yeah. But yeah, we hung in there. We pushed them to the limits. I think we gave them a challenge I don't know that they were expecting, and I don't know that we were expecting that out of ourselves, and we did well. So I'm hoping we continue to grow from there.
You learn a lot about your kids from that and hope that pays off down the road?
Yes, absolutely. And we got scored on first, and we bounced back and recovered, and we didn't let down or give up or anything like that, where we have had a little let-ups here and there in the beginning of the season, but it's the meat and potatoes right now. We're playing good teams, and we competed for 6 periods.
And I think that's the big thing. I've seen, a couple of times you've had these weekend series where you're right there Friday night, and then Saturday just things kind of go sideways on you. As you said, that 6-period component, that's how you build the momentum.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what our playoffs are. That's what the first round of playoffs are, and so we need to be able to play 6 periods back to back.
Now, to take it to the next level, is it just minimizing a couple of those mistakes here and there and cashing in on some simple opportunities? Is it that easy?
Yes, in little words, yes. I think we need to compete, keep that level extremely high, and I think we need to focus in on bury some of our chances, and that's kind of the biggest thing is we need to put more in the back of the net, which will really help us.
What do you expect from this Marian team here tonight?
They've swept the last 2 weekends, so they are hot. They're on fire, and I think we need to focus in and play our game and compete another 3 periods today.
I think I'm trying to think some of the games I did earlier in the year, St. Olaf, St. Catharines, they all kind of came in with that same thing. You got to them early, and that was a big difference in those games. Would you like to do that here tonight?
Yes, I think we need to set the tone right away. I think we need to score a few goals, build that confidence, and hopefully not use as much puck luck as we've had to just earn it.
Olivia Schultz exceeded your expectations here. I know you were glad to have her come back, especially with the lineup. Every time, she's there for you and gives you a chance to win.
Yes, I mean, that's the biggest part is we can take some risks then on the offensive side because she's able to stop the puck. And we have been outshot a majority of our games, but that's a nice thing to have her back there because, we can adjust and play our game if she's doing what she needs to in the back of the net. And 5 years ago, I wouldn't have guessed this, but I'm thankful, I'm happy, and it's been a lot of fun with her.
Lastly for you, I saw some neat traffic on social media today about overall the athletic department and grade and point averages and fun stuff like that. A lot of athletes here getting the job done in the classroom.
Yes, that's the only reason why they're here. That's extremely important, and we balance that just as well. But it's this winter break is nice to kind of take a little break of that academic piece and just have them focus in on hockey before we get back to it next week.
All right, Coach, good luck here tonight.
Thank you.
Pointers head coach Ann Inman. Stay tuned. More coming up on the Pointers Sports Network.
UWSP Athletics partners with BSN Sports, the largest provider of team sports equipment and apparel in the country. Pointers and BSN would like to thank all the coaches on and off the field. While BSN Sports is the best at equipping athletes, coaches are the best at equipping lives, and that's the real final score. Learn more at bsnsports.com.
Bring home incredible internet, TV, and phone services with TDS Fiber. Register now at tdsfiber.com/radio. Enjoy cyberspacious internet speeds up to 1 gig at your home or business. Plus, change the way you watch TV with our whole home DVR. Can't get that with cable. Powerful internet, premium services. Go to tdsfiber.com/radio to register, learn about bonus offers, and more. TDS Fiber available in certain areas. See website for details.
UWSP Athletics would like to thank Century World, a valued sponsor of Pointers Athletics. Nestled in the heart of central Wisconsin, Century World is a great place to hold your next event. With breathtaking facilities coupled with a wide variety of packages and amenities to deliver an exceptional experience, and with an award-winning 18-hole golf course with rolling greens to the famous Flower Hole, Century World consistently ranks as one of the best destination golf courses in the nation. For more information, visit centuryworld.com.
Your family's safety is important. And with winter driving coming, Sherrill Tire and Service can help. Sherrill Tire and Service Centers can help with new tires and a pre-season tune-up, so your entire vehicle is winter ready. Sherrill Tire and Service, Plover, Stevens Point, Weston, Wisconsin Rapids, Marshfield, and Medford. And online at SherrillTire.com.
Sherrill Tire and Service. Get your car done right.
Sport Clips Haircuts has an app. Download the app. Upgrade your experience.
All right, people, bring it in. The Sport Clips app. Use it to check in, track your arrival time, get heads-up alerts. Why is that important?
Because guys don't like to wait.
That's right, Alicia. Convenience.
The Sport Clips app. If it were any more convenient, it would cut your hair. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Opt-in required. Message and data fees may apply.
All right, back here at Willett Arena, Tom Weaver on the Pointers Sports Network getting set for second period action. Pointers out shooting the Sabres 13-4 in that first period. A couple of good chances late, but I tell you what, Abby Oken made some big saves for the Sabres to keep Stevens Point off the board. Olivia Schultz, not much activity, so we'll keep it going. Both teams coming back out onto the ice here at KB Willett Arena. Should mention tomorrow night Pointer basketball teams in action. Women's basketball will be at Oshkosh, and the men will host Oshkosh at 7 o'clock at Quant Fieldhouse. And then on Thursday, men and women's wrestling taking on Carthage at 6 o'clock. Some other Pointer sports going on this week. Of course, classes begin again next week for the second semester. All right, here we go. Set to go. Second period action. This team's looking for the game's first goal. Micah Zip to take the job for Stevens Point. It is Rianne Pekin that takes it. Stevens Point sends it down into the Marian end when Sensen from the near side looks to center, but it hopped over her stick. Pekin with it to the red line. She'll fire it deep. Schultz makes the save, covers it up. Long range shot in there. We'll get a whistle here 15 seconds in. That is about in a microscope pretty much how the first period went here. A lot of long-range stuff in on Olivia Schultz. And she will set up the face-off to her right side for the senior out of Maplewood, Minnesota, career leader in saves for the program earlier this year. Wow, centering pass coming in, a little breakdown here by the Pointers, and then it's cleared out by Lena Berthume. She'll shove it up the near wall. Pegan back to get it. She'll feed it back ahead. Bryn Weaver out of her reach. Berthume, nice job off the wall to keep it going. Here's Lena Berthume. Chips it deep on the race now. Instead, we'll back off and get deep. Berthume lost her stick on the play. And Piekarski off the bench here. Long range pass ahead for Bryn Weaver. Goes too far. And here comes Courtney Leising back the other way. Leising, centering pass. That's broken up. Far side, Katie Stanius out high. Jammed off here by the Sabres. They may have a 3-on-1 if they can hustle here. Sydney Schipper gets it deep off the end board of the far side. Goes to the corner. Schipper chases after it. Will set up shop in front of the net. Nobody could hit her, though. And it is Courtney Leising with it. Leising jammed up on the play. Sabres making life difficult here for the Pointers, but McKenna Piekarski brings it out. 3-on-2 for the Pointers. Got through Katie Stanius on the far side. Piekarski to the far corner, looks to center. She'll go in between three black jerseys, come away with it. Here's Courtney Leising cycling with it. Lysing out high. Oh, it hit the stick of Lena Berthume that was still out there down on the ice after she lost it, and they will whip it ahead. Lexi Hagen after it. Too strong for her, but now on the forecheck, Hagen forces it deep. Piekarski fires it deep, redirected. Pad save made. Rebound into the near corner. Sydney Schipper tried to clear it. Hagen after it again. Piekarski waits for it here on the near side. Now will come off on a change. Sabres rattle it around. Takes a Zamboni door bounce to Lexi Hagen right on the far side. Couldn't get a shot off. Pointers bring it out high. Stumo. Sabres will reach for it. Kept alive there by Natalie Ahern. Firing a shot. Oken with a save. Rebound loose. And to the far corner it goes. Caitlin Traver will get there. Pointers get to it first and now dump it back into the near corner. Josie Bender, Molly Millar off the Pointers bench. They'll clear after it and spin it around in the far corner does Caitlin Traver. As the Sabres look to break out here, they'll lift it ahead behind Kiefer. She just missed that one. This is going to roll in on Olivia Schultz, and she'll get down and cover it up. And it is Allie Kiefer who had a pretty decent chance there. 17:25 to go here in the second period. We are still scoreless. Face-off will come to the right side of Olivia Schultz. And for the Pointers, it is Molly Millar. Wins the draw to Winsenson. She'll hustle back behind her own net as a screen here to begin the breakout for Stevens Point. Left wing, cuts behind. Wilczek sends it deep. Boy, Winsenson. Speed here to the near corner. Bangs in there to try to come away with it. Sabres break it up right away. And they'll come back right the other way. Long range pass ahead. And it is a shot fired. Glove save made by Olivia Schultz as it is the shot fired up by Madeline Chimenti, excuse me. And a glove save there. Off the face-off, turnover forced in and thrown in front of the net. Schultz covers that one. And they'll reset to her right side. Sabres bring it back. Shot fired, turnover, and they had Sarah Adalin wide open, but the pass behind her. She'll feed it ahead to Micah Zip. Zip and Treba in on the far side for the Pointers now. And what is it? Both Treba and Sarah Adalin lose their sticks on the play, and one grabbed the other. Here's a breakaway back the other way. Turned aside by Olivia Schultz. As a quick pass ahead was a 2-on-none. Ahead, here comes Katie Stanius. Pointers may have a 3-on-2. Stanius in on the far side. Fires a shot. Oken a save. Rebound. Backhander cleared aside. And it's Stanius over the top of Oken. And she's able to get down and cover it up. A little back and forth. 16:20 to go in the second. Still scoreless. Boy, that partial breakaway by the Sabres really came out of nowhere. And the Pointers returned the favor with an odd man rush, but could not convert. All right, face off to the right side of the goaltender, Oken. Pointers tip it to the far corner. And Maddie Anderle after it, looks to center, comes through. Doyle waits for it, comes right back to Anderle on the far side. Anderle reverses direction into the far corner now, hands it off. Courtney Lysing will get it. Lysing trying to get some time and space. She does. Lysing fires a shot blocked. Oken with a save into the near corner. I think Lysing had a stick check there at the last second that kind of threw things off. Threw a check on the far side is Maddie Anderle. Anderle looking to center it to Lysing again. Lysing goes in there. Anderle digs it free. Almost poked it free to Lysing. But near side. Cleared out and around the boards. Back to get it for Stevens Point, Kayla Stumo. Stumo. Far side Lysing will cycle for it. She'll get possession of it. Flips it to Stumo. And she had her pocket picked there by Victoria Payton. Payton gets it deep. Loose on the ground. And Lysing with it around to the back corner. This is Soli Doyle ahead. Pointers send it ahead and it gets through the defender Caitlin Traver on the far side. Traver behind her own net around to the near side to Mackenzie Rosine. Rosine behind the net now. Lysing again. Lysing tried to dangle it around. She's knocked down in the play. Berthume reaches for it. Can't keep it going. And here's a 2-on-1 back the other way. Caitlin Traver leads the charge. Traver back the other way with Payton. Long range pass goes too far. And the Pointers able to get to it in the near corner. They'll begin a breakout back the other way. Ahern left it in the near corner. Lena Berthume back behind her net to get it. She'll snap it ahead. Here come the Pointers back near side. Natalie Ahern on the right wing carries it in. Ahern, couple of moves, fires a shot. Oaken a save. Rebound is there. Long range shot chipped aside. That hit a body in front and trickles right in, and Oaken able to get down and cover it up. Boy, Pointers had Allie Granoski to this right in front of the net. Shot hit her, dropped straight down and trickled right in on Abby Oaken, who's able to get down and cover it up. 14 and a half to go here in the second period. Still scoreless. Shots on goal now 18-7 in favor of the Pointers. Marian tried to clear it out, got it off the stick of McKenna Piekarski, but pretty good recovery here. I think this is Logan Crawford coming in. Crawford, a little power move to the net here, went to a backhand, then forced wide. Good job defensively there by the Pointers, and it's left in the far corner. Piekarski gets it back. Defender runs into her. She'll get it right back. Here's Piekarski onto the right wing. Josie Bender across the red line, carries it in on the right wing. Bender weaves through a couple of defenders to the near corner, tries to set up Molly Millar. Millar with it now to the side of the net on the near side. Millar, a backhander, now kicks it ahead with her skate to Bender. Bender reverses back. She'll walk in toward the net, lifts a pass. Centering pass comes through. Adalan tried to pull the trigger, but couldn't. It's muscled out there by Brooke Anderson of the Sabres and sent in back deep again. Doyle giving chase. And up and around the far side with some speed. Allie Kiefer back the other way, tied up from behind. Shot, pad save made. And a three-car pileup in the near corner here ends up loose. Stevens Point will try to dig it up, and they'll come back the other way. Treba back the other way, goes cross ice to Sarah Adalan. Adalan, long-range shot blocker to side. Rebound, Oaken makes that save. And the rebound comes to the near corner. Micah Zip chasing after it. Zip up ahead and trying to hold it in. Berthume at the point. She does. Far side up the far wall. Here's Stevens Point with numbers. They'll come right in front. Long-range shot in the goal. Maddie Anderle for the Pointers. A hustle job up the far side. Beats Abby Oaken 5-hole. It'll be her 5th of the year, and Stevens Point on the board here with 13:02 to go in the first period. So Maddie Anderle will get it, her 5th of the year, assisted by Lena Berthume. That's her 9th assist of the year, which I believe that's team high. As Courtney Leising leads in goals with 9, and that's Berthume's 9th point of the year. Stevens Point 1-0 here, 7 minutes into the second period. Long range pass ahead here through Courtney Leising. Lena Berthume back to get it for Stevens Point. Off the far boards, Katie Stanius trying to push it ahead to Leising. She'll finally get to it. Nice job to stay on side. Leising coming back out high and down on the ground, able to scoop it back to the far side, but the Sabres clear it out. Leising reverts back into the neutral zone, then turned it over. Back the other way, Olsen back the other way, but Torma took it away, fed it ahead to Leising too far. Stevens Point 1-0 here on the Maddie Anderle goal. Freshman out of Blaine, Minnesota, as Marian now will ice the puck. And we'll get a whistle and a face-off back in the Marian end. So, officially, Maddie Anderle from Lena Berthume at 6:58. On the 21st shot on goal for the Pointers here. They've outshot the Sabres 21-7. And now 1-0 on the scoreboard with 12:17 to go here in period number 2. Face off to the right side of Oaken in the face-off circle. Torma with a shot lifting that went just wide. Magro trying to get to the rebound. Now it's Piekarski near side. She'll throw it in front of the net. Rebound is out there. Backhanded shot scooped just wide. That's by Natalie Ahern. Now Granoski feeds it. Magro in the far corner. Hunter's trying to amp up the pressure here a little bit. Sabres gather it in. Grace Torma got a piece of it. And Gina Magro sends it deep once again. Stevens Point changing a couple players here. Back behind her own net is Bailey Williams. A long-range pass here. That's broken up. Magro back to get it. She will cycle back with it. Tried to shove it ahead, but right into a defender. Josie Bender with it now. Sheds a defender. She'll bring it in on the right wing. Bender coming in. Looks to center instead of the near corner. Now centers it back through. Coming in. Gathered in here. Back to Doyle on the near side. And a nifty pass by Molly Millar. But that ricocheted off a skate and comes all the way back into the Stevens Point end. Coming up on 11 and a half minutes to go in the second. Stevens Point a 1-0 lead. Josie Bender, right wing, carries it in now. Long range shot goes high over the cage. Doyle chasing after the rebound, but it's cut off by Marian in front of her. As a defender able to get it, Kristen Bishop with it now, sends it out up ahead. This is Kayla Stumo cycling back. She'll ditch a defender off the far wall. And it's Sarah Adalin clearing it out here for the Pointers. Sent back in deep. Rianne Pegan sends it deep. Shoved up again. Stevens Point will get it. Adalin slides it ahead to Treba. Treba back for Adalin off a defender's stick to the far side. And Pointers overskate the puck here. Cleared back out. Lena Berthume will secure it. Send it in. Holds up. As she crisscrosses with Micah Zip to stay onside. Puck goes back behind the Marian bench. Zip chases after it for Stevens Point on the far side. Zip into the far corner. Now this is Maddie Anderle looking to center to Katie Stanius, just wide of her. Sabres will get it, and they'll bring back the other way. Logan Crawford ahead. Crawford works it off the far wall to get it deep. As we approach the 10-minute mark here of the second period, we should get the media timeout here at the next whistle. Long-range pass ahead. Rosine with it. Rosine sends it ahead, chipped in, Pointers Berthume. Oh, nifty move here. Redwell, Berthume with it, ahead to Katie Stanius. Back the other way, has a trailer in Lysing. Leaves it to Lysing, walks through a defender, rips a shot, pad save made by Oken. And Lysing to the rebound, shoves it to the near corner. Under 10 to go here in the period. Sabres clear it out again. Lysing after it on the far side. She'll charge in with it. Lysing back to the middle. Little head move here. Now brings it in around, gets free. Courtney Lysing centers it in front. That whistled through. Anderle couldn't get a stick on it. Or Ahern, excuse me. Sabres cleared ahead. They will poke at the link to the ice. This will be an icing call. No, they'll wave it off. McKenna Pikarski for Stevens Point sticks with it. Gets it to Grace Torma. Torma ahead. Torma runs a jam off on the far side, and that allows Gronowski to get it. Gronowski reverses back to the far side. Gina Magro in to help out here. Swats it ahead, but can't clear it out. For the Sabres, it's Alyssa Heim that sends it back deep again behind the bench, behind the net. They'll come right out in front of the net. Olivia Schultz with a save, as that's jammed to the side of the net, and then rolls into the far corner. 9 minutes to go in the second. Olivia Schultz, I think, just going to reach out, take charge of this, and cover it up. She will. 8:56 to go here in the second. We'll get the media timeout. Stevens Point leading Marian by a score of 1-0 here on the Pointer Sports Network. Len Dudas Motors is your trusted Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealership in Stevens Point. Check out their large selection of new and used vehicles, or come in for a test drive. Ask questions about your financing, browse their inventory, or schedule the service you need to keep your vehicle running for years to come. From the time you enter the showroom, you can expect to be treated like family each and every visit. Len Dudas Motors, 3305 Main Street, Stevens Point.
In guys' hair, game day is every day. That's why the expert stylist at Sport Clips Haircuts study their playbooks with a fine-toothed comb.
Taylor, square face, wavy hair. What's the play?
1/8 inch mid-fade to 1 inch texture top with finishing details with a hard part and a tapered neckline, coach.
Nice.
The Sport Clips stylist, they know no two guys are ever alike, unless they're twins. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Show off your Pointer pride with the Affinity Debit Card exclusively from U.S. Bank. The Affinity Debit Card isn't just for students. Parents, alumni, faculty, and other fans can show their spirit too. Visit usbank.com/UWSP to get your Pointer Affinity Debit Card today. Or visit the campus branch location in the Dreyfus University Center Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. U.S. Bank, the official banking partner of UW Stevens Point. All right, back here at Willett Arena, Tom Weaver and the Pointer Sports Network off the face-off. Marian sends it toward the front of the net, hit some bodies on the way through, lost stick down on the ice, deflected it as well, and trickles in on Olivia Schultz, so she'll just get down and cover it up. And we'll get a whistle with 8:46 to go here. Stevens Point a 1-0 lead, and a defensive zone face-off here for Molly Millar. Lena Berthume steps in to get it. Berthume behind the net for Winsenson. It's a pretty good defensive pair here for the Pointers. As Winsenson always looking to fly back the other way too. Now she'll have to cut back in and set up defensively. I'd say one of the, if not the best, one of the better skaters for the Pointers. Millar with it now, carries it in. 3-on-2. Millar through a defender, but it's too deep. She'll poke it behind the net now, looks to center it. Millar leaves it out high. Berthume fires a shot to goal. Lena Berthume from the far boards fired a shot, looked to handcuff Abby Oken, off the heel of her stick, went through 5-hole. Lena Berthume with her first of the year. It's a 2-point night for the junior. And Stevens Point extends the lead here to 2-0 with 8:15 to go in the second period. One of those seeing eye shots that you could hear clear contact with the stick, and I don't know if it went over the top or off the heel and in. And Stevens Point has a 2-goal lead here. Micah Zip sends the draw back. Nobody home, so Grace Torma back to play it back the other way. Sabres play it deep here on the near side. Off the far wall, here come the Pointers with speed. Sarah Adalin with Micah Zip in the zone. Into the far corner it goes. Zip, stick lift to gain possession of it. And then Adalin in to help her out. Here's Micah Zip with it. Zip, now side of the net. Now they'll try to shove it toward Micah Zip in front of the net from Shelby Treba, but that's intercepted. Sabres bring it ahead. This is read well and ahead. Here's Sarah Adalin. Adalin in, near side, spun around to the outside. Zip coming. Stevens pointed too many players on the ice, but no call. Sabres up ahead, intercepted by Stumo once again. Tipped back and forth a bit. Courtney Leising lurking for it. She'll get in on the far side. Here comes Leising, feeds it in near side. Anderle fires a shot. Oken a save. Beautiful setup there by Courtney Leising, and a good chance for Maddie Anderle. But Oken with the save here. 7:23 to go here in the second period. Face off to the left side of Abby Oken. Anderle and Leising in the near corner. Try to work it free. It's Leising. She'll accelerate around the back of the net, off of her stick. Now leaves it in the far corner. Right back to Courtney Leising. Her shot is jammed off on a stick check. And it is Marian back the other way. Victoria Payton off the near glass and in. Olivia Schultz behind the net to corral that, and here come the Pointers. Kayla Stumo races a pass ahead off the far boards. That goes too far. Bailey Williams back to get it for Marian. She'll go cross ice to Kristen Bishop. Long range shot in, kicked aside by Schultz. 6:40 to go in the period. Leising will get it for Stevens Point in the near corner. Courtney Leising surveys it up, tripped down in the play. Looking at the referee, but nothing doing. Kayla Stumo able to get it. Stumo tried to get it out, but can't. Stuck on the far side. Nice job here by Soli Doyle to get it. Pointers across the red line. They'll get the puck deep. Allie Gronowski first to get there. Rides off a check there, and a Marian player goes hard into the end. Now a shot that's whistled wide by Lexi Hagen. Hagen looking for her first career goal. Behind the net, Berthume. Lena Berthume centering pass. That's off the stick of a defender and comes right to Logan Crawford of the Sabres. Comes in the left wing. Crawford accelerates near corner. Looks to wait. Set up shot. That's off the heel of the stick there of Brooke Anderson and goes wide. Natalie Ahern with it for Stevens Point to the red line. She'll get the puck deep. Lexi Hagen after it on the near side. She'll come through. Able to run some traffic. Wide open in front of the net was Millar. Couldn't get it to her. Far side, Torma reaching for it. Got it back. Here's Millar with it again. Molly Millar accelerating to the near side. She'll reverse back now. Goes to the near corner. A little delay game here and trying to slide it up to Pikarski. Now back to Josie Bender in the near corner. Millar back to get it again. Millar and Josie Bender out to Pikarski. Holds it in with a backhander. Shoves it toward the net. Off the end wall. Didn't come back out in front. Cleared out by Marian. Near side it goes. Pointer is puck bouncing through. Back the other way for Marian. Here comes Logan Crawford. Around a defender. Shot blocker to side by Olivia Schultz. Easy as it goes for Olivia Schultz with a blocker save. Bender ahead. Far side Millar giving chase. Blue line on the far side. Dumps it in. Far corner. Around it goes. Christian Bishop the first to get there. Bishop shoves it around. Pointers on the forecheck. Doyle had it for a minute. Keeper will get it. Keeper ahead to Alyssa Heim. Heim picked up by a defender. Long range shot. That just missed and hit the net. Went high. Boy, trying to pick the top corner that time. A pretty good shot there. I believe it was Bailey Williams on the shot. Just missed the upper right corner, and I think actually Olivia Schultz got a piece of that, or it was deflected by a defender. Either one. Went high into the netting, and a face-off to the left side of Schultz. Sabres control. They'll feed it to the far corner. Centering pass through. Nobody home. For the Pointers, Shelby Treba tries to clear it out. She does. Treba out. Micah Zip on the forecheck giving chase. And it's sent back deep here by the Sabres. Behind the net, Sarah Adalin for Stevens Point. Shoves it to Doyle. Far side, bouncing puck here for the Pointers. And a turnover. Marian side of the net, chipping a shot. That goes around the backside of the cage. Shelby Treba with it now for the Pointers. Cleared up but not out. Pointers will chip it out. Treba back the other way. Here comes Micah Zip. 2-on-2 with Adalin. Zip near side to Adalin. Through to the middle. Almost came right back to her. And Oken able to get out and cover it up. She will, and we'll get a whistle. 4:04 to go here in the second period. And a pass just a little out in front, unable to corral it. So, face off to the right side here of Abby Oken. Pointers have tallied for a couple here in the middle frame. And they lead it 2-0. Off the draw, Lysing with a shot, Stanius with a shot. That goes deep. Now Lysing with it behind the net. From her knees, gets back to her feet, keeps it going, pokes it to the side of the net, and Oken tried to reach out and stick it away, but then Lysing got a stick on it. Winsenson hustling in to hold it. Lysing will try to corral it, but can't. Puck loose on the near side. Sabres will get it. They'll bring it out into the neutral zone. Racing ahead, Brooke Anderson, their leading scorer, back the other way. Slap shot, that whistles wide. Far side, Sabres with it again. They'll throw it toward Anderson again, broken up by the Pointers. Here's Maddie Anderle off the half wall on the far side, shoves it ahead. Stanius back through to the middle. Lysing's out of gas here. She's going to hustle to get to it. And will stay out there, I guess. Pikarski with it, cross ice to Berthume. A bounce pass for Katie Stanius at center ice. Stanius brings it in, has Lysing behind her. Shot deflected up into the netting and out of play. We'll get a whistle. 3:11 to go here in the second period. Well, coming up in our second intermission, as always, we'll get a scoring recap. Plus our Pointer profile. It's with the senior Ashton Wilczek out of Sleepy Eye, Minnesota. Lives in the women's hockey house. 11 Pointer players under one roof. All right, long-range pass comes around. Grace Torma. 3 minutes here to go in the second period. Williams back for Marian. Nice job to shut off a defender and flip a backhander out in the neutral zone. McKenna Pikarski to get it for Stevens Point. Pikarski long range, but tucked out of midair there by Hannah Kuna. Far side for Stevens Point. Natalie Ahern gets control of it. Ahern for Grace Torma. Pointers a little trouble with the breakout here. Now they'll get it ahead, scooped ahead out of the left wing. It is Natalie Ahern back to the middle, nobody home. Melody Eastman, long-range pass ahead, carried in far side by Payton. Victoria Payton, a shot, save made by Olivia Schultz. To the side of the net, Molly Millar shoves it ahead for Ashton Wilczek. Wilczek cycling back to get it. Goes to Kayla Stumo. She'll come right up center ice. Long-range shot in, bouncing in. Oken will get down and cover it up. We'll get a whistle. 2:04 to go here. 25-10 now the shots on goal in favor of the Pointers, but more importantly, they've gotten second period goals here from Maddie Anderle and Lena Berthume. Those goals come about 4 minutes and 45 seconds apart here in the second period. Pointers carry it to the front of the net. That's broken up. Victoria Payton sends it out. Soli Doyle will glove it down and carry it in with her backhand. She'll go to the far corner. Defender grabs onto her. She's able to get it off. Out high it goes. Kayla Stumo. Off far side. Doyle again with it up the middle. Micah Zip coming through to the middle. Lifts the stick, working hard to get open on the far side. Zip turns around. She'll shove a shot. Oken with a save. Rebound is kicked at there by Josie Bender. But Oken reaches through traffic, able to get down and cover it up with 1:35 to go here in period number 2. Stevens Point has slowly began to seize control of this one here in the second period. Trying to break a 3-game losing streak and get back to 500. 4-3-1 here at Willett Arena. Of course, Pointers moving back here this year from Ice Hawks Arena. Micah Zip right in front now. Turnaround shot. Zip with a shot. Oken with a save, and she'll cover. Oh, Micah Zip working hard behind the net. Kept it going. As Zip in her 12th game had that early ACL issue that she's been dealing with that continues to play. Game number 17 on the year here for Stevens Point. All right, off the face-off, goes into the far corner. Now grab through. Pointers on the forecheck here, work it free, but the Sabres a nice job to break it back the other way. Logan Crawford firing a shot. Olivia Schultz with a save. Good job on the forecheck there by the Sabres. Sprung it ahead, but Olivia Schultz nothing doing with 1:03 remaining here in the period. Face off to the left side. Olivia Schultz will come here. Very strong in the pipes again for Stevens Point. Long range shot up high, shoulder to side. Under a minute to go here in the second period. Pointers able to clear it out. Westfall back to get it at center ice. She'll leave it for Sydney Shipper. Shipper cycles around to the red line, then lost it. Westfall shoves it to the far side now to Bishop, and she'll get it in around a defender on the far side. No icing call here. Pointers back to get it. Pikarski ahead too far on the near side. Westfall all the way back down into the Marian end to get it here with 30 seconds to go. Lysing and Stanyas on the forecheck here for Stevens Point. Ahead, here comes Brooke Anderson around. She'll walk in, fires a shot. That got through Olivia Schultz, but she got enough of it to have it go up high. Long range shot here, that's deflected. Stick save made by Olivia Schultz up into the netting and out of play. 15.7 seconds remaining here in the period. Dunkin' Donuts and Baskin Robbins at 617 Division Street in Stevens Point. Students and staff, a reminder, you get 10% off when you show your university ID. .7 seconds, long range shot. Berthume ends up with it. Check it, it's Soli Doyle. Into the neutral zone here on the near side. Sabres will jam in here. 5 seconds trying to carry it in. Doyle with it. She'll get it. Chipped ahead, and that'll do it. Second period comes to an end. Stevens Point able to tally twice here in the middle frame. And they will take a 2-goal lead heading up to the third period here as they lead the Marian University Sabres by a score of 2-0. All right, coming up, we'll get you a second period recap and our Pointer profiles with the senior out of Sleepy Eye, Minnesota, Ashton Wilczek. As Stevens Point leading Marian by a score of 2-0. Back with our second intermission after this timeout on the Pointer Sports Network.
TDS Fiber, the future of internet, TV, and phone service, is expanding to more communities. Register now at tdsfiber.com/radio. Enjoy internet speeds up to 1 gig at your home or business. That's 10 times faster than 100 meg from cable. Plus, change the way you watch TV with our whole home DVR. Can't get that with cable. Powerful internet, premium services. Go to tdsfiber.com/radio to register, learn about bonus offers, and more. TDS Fiber available in certain areas. See website for details.
At Papa John's Pizza, the secret to success is much like the secret to making a great pizza. The more you put into it, the more you get out of it. Whether it's signature sauce, toppings, original fresh dough, or even the box itself, Papa John's invests in ingredients to ensure the finest quality pizza. Call Papa John's at 715-972-1414 for delivery, or stop by Division Street for carryout to order your favorite pizza, breadsticks, or wings today. Papa John's, a proud sponsor of Pointer Athletics.
Sure Tire and Service gets your car done right. Big town savings with a small town smile. State of the art Goodyear service keeps you going mile after mile. We're working to earn your trust. You can count on us. Sure Tire and Service gets your car done right.
Nothing beats the excitement of UW Stevens Point Athletics. Advance tickets for men's hockey and basketball are available online at tickets.uwsp.edu or by calling the University Information and Ticket Office at 715-346-4100. Game day tickets for all Pointers events go on sale at the door 1 hour prior to game time, with group pricing available with 48-hour advance purchase required. Get your seat in the dog pound today at tickets.uwsp.edu. All right, back here at KB Willett Arena in Stevens Point. Tom Weaver on this Pointer Sports Network. Glad you're with us on this Tuesday night. Stevens Point, a 2-0 lead after 2 periods. over the Marian University Sabres in this non-conference matchup. We went scoreless through one period. Stevens Point out shooting Marian by a count of 13-4. And for about the first and nearly 7 minutes of the second period, not much action until Maddie Anderle at the 6:58 mark. A shot that came from the outside. Beautiful rebound attempt. Anderle, her 5th of the year. Lena Berthume credited with the assist. Stevens Point a 1-0 lead. Berthume then got her first of the year at the 11:45 mark from Molly Millar and Josie Bender. So Molly Millar gets her first point of the season here for the Pointers in her career game number 37 for Stevens Point. The Pointers lead it here 2-0. Shots on goal in that second period, 15-10, so 28-14 are the shots on goal in favor of the Pointers through 2 periods. Olivia Schultz for Stevens Point credited with 14 saves through 2 periods. Abby Oken made 13 saves in that second period. That goes along with 13 in the first, so 26 saves through 40 minutes for the sophomore netminder for Marian. Still only power play back in the first period for Marian. They were credited with 1 shot on goal. Stevens Point has turned the table here in the faceoffs. First period, Marian went 12-9. Stevens Point 13 for 8. 13 and 8 in the second period. So through 2 periods, Stevens Point 52.4% from the faceoff dot. Marian is at 47.6% there. Maddie Anderle, Lena Berthume light the lamp for Stevens Point as the Pointers lead it here by a count of 2-0. Again, WIC women's standings, River Falls and Eau Claire atop with 15 points. River Falls is 5-0. Eau Claire is 5-1 on the season. Stevens Point at 2-3 in conference play with 6 points. UW Superior at 1-4 with 3 points. Northland 0-5, still looking for their first point. So if you look at things overall, River Falls 14-2-0, ranked number 2 in the country and 4th in the pairwise. Eau Claire 13-3. They are ranked 8th in the country, 18th in the pairwise. Stevens Point at 7-8-1, ranked 32 in the pairwise. UW Superior 8-9-0 at 42 in the pairwise, and Northland at 2-14-1 overall. As the Pointers, as we mentioned, will be next in action on Saturday, as they will take on UW Eau Claire. That's a Saturday afternoon game at 2 o'clock. And then the following weekend, the 27th, 28th, it's a home-and-home with Eau Claire. 7 o'clock starts Friday night here at KB Willett Arena, Saturday night at Hobbs Ice Arena in Eau Claire. February 3rd and 4th, the Pointers will head north to Northland College for a weekend set against the Lumberjills. 7 o'clock Friday night, 2 o'clock on Saturday. Then the Pointers will close out the WIAC portion of their schedule February 10th and 11th here at Willett Arena. 7 o'clock on Friday night, 2 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. And then the Pointers will close out the regular season on Valentine's Day, Tuesday, February the 14th. They will host Concordia University of Wisconsin here at Willett Arena. We'll have that broadcast for you, 6:45, the pregame coverage and the face-off at 7 o'clock in the season finale for the Pointers. I mentioned the Pointer men at home this weekend as they will host UW River Falls. Their schedule then a Wednesday midweek game against Eau Claire at Hobbs Ice Arena in Eau Claire. Of course, the Pointers swept Eau Claire, the final series before the Christmas holiday, so they'll play their third game. On the men's side, you play your conference teams 3 times, so that'll be Wednesday. And then Friday and Saturday, the 27th and 28th in Menominee. 7 o'clock starts there against Stout. So that's a big swing here for the Pointers with basically 5 games in a week span. After the series at Stout, Pointer men home against Northland on the 3rd and 4th. And then we'll close out the regular season on Friday, February 10th and Saturday, February 11th at UW Superior. Right now, the Pointers and Superior both tied for first place in the WIAC on the men's side. Men's tournament, first round games, top 2 seeds get a bye, and then they'll play the first round the 17th and 18th, the semifinals the following weekend, and then the WIAC Commissioners Cup Championship games Saturday, March the 4th. If you look at on the women's side, a single game Tuesday, February 21st would be the play-in game among the 4 or 5 teams. And then the semifinals the weekend of the 24th and 25th. And again, same thing, Saturday, March 4th for the WIAC Commissioners Cup Championship game on the women's side. Here's Stevens Point, a 2-0 lead. We'll take a break. When we come back, we will hear from Pointers senior Ashton Wilczek senior out of Sleepy Eye, Minnesota. Tonight playing in career game number 79 for Ann Ninneman and the Pointers. Stevens Point leading Marian by a count of 2-0 after 2 periods. We'll take a break, come back with our Pointer profile as our second intermission continues here on the Pointers Sports Network.
Hey sports fans, if supportive teammates, a great culture, and an honest shot at advancement make for a win, then you'll be victorious when you join Skyward's award-winning team. You'll help put powerful data in the hands of school leaders who serve over 7 million students around the world. Innovation, collaboration, and fun are all a part of the Skyward culture. So what are you waiting for? Apply today at skyward.com/careers and join more than 275 Pointer alumni at Skyward.
Want to get your degree and stay debt-free? With the Wisconsin Army National Guard, you can get paid to be a full-time student with their 100% tuition reimbursement program. You can join the Guard, be a part-time soldier, and earn a degree. Call Sergeant First Class Mike Parks at 920-279-7527 or visit NationalGuard.com to learn more. The Wisconsin Army National Guard, a proud sponsor of Pointers Athletics.
Snow Pilot is our winter seasonal. This beer has a tremendous body. The malt feels great. What I like is the nuttiness that it gets from the Maris Otter malt. Pistachio just comes through like you wouldn't believe. It's almost dessert-like. This is absolutely winter beer, and if you ever have a campfire in the middle of winter, this is what you want in your glass. It's just great.
Warm up this winter with a Snow Pilot from Point Brewery.
Want to stay in the game online with the Pointers? Visit the official UWSP Athletics website, athletics.uwsp.edu. The new and improved online home of the Pointers provides fans with a clean, consistent, and modern experience across all devices. You find the latest Pointers news, rosters, schedules, results, links to live broadcasts, statistics, and much, much more. Your gateway to the Pointers Sports Network, athletics.uwsp.edu.
With our Pointer hockey coverage on the Pointer Sports Network. Tonight, Pointer women hosting Marian at KB Willett Arena. It's our second intermission. It means time for our Pointer profile. It's the senior out of Sleepy Eye, Minnesota, Ashton Wilczek. And Ashton, back at it at the new year here. I guess if we can, let's just start for you. How have things gone so far here? About almost the three-quarter pole of the season. How have things gone for you?
I think pretty good. We had a lot of new freshmen this year, so it's kind of like a new team dynamic, so it's fun getting to know all those guys, and we're finally starting to get comfortable with each other, so we have fun on and off the ice. I think we're having a pretty good season so far. Been close with a lot of good teams like Falls last weekend, and I'm excited for the rest of the season to see how it goes.
Yeah, as one of the veterans on this team, you know, a lot of roles, you kind of had to pair up with some of these younger kids, huh?
Yeah, tonight I'll be playing with two I've never played really with before, Molly and McKenna, so I'm excited, not McKenna, Josie, but I'm excited to play with those guys. So even at practice, we just play with new people all the time, and it's fun just to see how everyone else plays and like getting to know like how they work. So yeah,
I would have to think, this time here, kind of, classes start next week, obviously here, so kind of get a couple weeks to do nothing but hockey. Is that how it's gone?
Yeah, we call it winterim. It's basically practice for a good amount of time during the day, and then we just kind of hang out at home, watch movies. We got a little coloring house that we've been doing at our house. I live with 11 of the girls on the team, and yeah, that's kind of what we do on our free time when we're not here.
Holy smokes, 11 from the team in the same house. Interesting dynamics at home at times, depending on the day.
Yeah, it's usually pretty fun. There's like an upstairs portion and like a downstairs, so it's split up, but there's not any drama really. It's just we're pretty easygoing. It's fun living with your best friends. So.
All right. Did you get a chance to go home for the holidays?
I did. I've been pretty busy with school, so I didn't really get to go home at all during the weekends, but I got to go home for Christmas and see my little brother and my parents, and it was a lot of fun.
All right. Sleepy Eye, Minnesota. Kind of central Minnesota-ish, right?
Yeah, kind of lower down. It's a pretty small town.
Okay. What kind of hockey town is Sleepy Eye, Minnesota?
They have a pretty small rink, but we were pretty good in high school, so yeah, it's fun.
All right, you've come to Stevens Point here, and obviously as a senior, been in here. What drew you to come to Stevens Point here, and how much have you enjoyed? Obviously, we want to finish strong here, but got a long way to go, hopefully. But how things gone for you has been. What you expected?
I chose this school just because I liked the dynamic, everything. Like the campus was really nice, and it was just the people. Like, it kind of sounds cheesy, but like even on my visit, they were so nice to me. And then when I got here, every year I just make new friends, and these guys are all like my best friends, and I'm gonna leave here with a bunch of good friends. And just the team, like I love our work ethic. Like we're a very driven team and good attitudes, no drama. We're just here to have fun, and it's fun.
It's a pretty tight-knit group overall, both on and off the ice, isn't it? Is that a fair way to put it?
Yeah, very. I think we're all, the best way you can say it is best friends.
Yeah.
Nobody doesn't like anybody. Everyone's very close.
So as you come through, all right, school-wise, what's your major, and what do you hope your future plans are?
Nursing. I changed it, so I had to push my stay back an extra year, but I just passed my first semester, and it's going pretty good. It's stressful. It's a lot, but hockey kind of helps me take my mind off of it. So coming to the rink every day is like my brain break, kind of. So
I'll tell you, as someone who works in the healthcare industry for my real job, what excited you about nursing?
I don't know. My grandma had cancer for a little while, and I saw her hospice nurse, and I was like, oh, like she's like making her so happy, and then I was like, okay, I want to do that. And like I've always wanted to kind of like get into it. Then I started working as a CNA, and I was like, okay, this is definitely what I want to do. It's so much fun. I like love going to work all summer long and just hanging out with those guys. So I'm excited. I don't really know where I'm going to go with it yet, but I'm kind of leading towards geriatrics, which is like older people. So.
All right, a big game here tonight against Marian on your home ice here. What are you most excited about here tonight?
I'm excited. We came off of a pretty hot weekend with River Falls. Even though we lost, like we played good games, so I think we're going to bring that energy again tonight. Like we're all super excited, and we're going to play this game like we're playing any other game. We're just going to keep the intensity going. We have big games against Eau Claire next weekend, so we're going to go into that with hopefully a big win tonight.
Get a win tonight here to really use it as some momentum into an even bigger weekend next weekend.
Yes, for sure. So.
Okay, Ashton, good luck here tonight.
Thank you.
All right, that's Pointers Ashton Wilczek. Stay tuned. More coming up on the Pointers Sports Network.
UWSP Athletics partners with BSN Sports, the largest provider of team sports equipment and apparel in the country. Pointers and BSN would like to thank all the coaches on and off the field. While BSN Sports is the best at equipping athletes, coaches are the best at equipping lives, and that's the real final score. Learn more at bsnsports.com.
Bring home incredible internet, TV, and phone services with TDS Fiber. Register now at tdsfiber.com/radio. Enjoy cyber-spacious internet speeds up to 1 gig at your home or business. Plus, change the way you watch TV with our whole home DVR. Can't get that with cable. Powerful internet, premium services. Go to tdsfiber.com/radio to register, learn about bonus offers, and more. TDS Fiber available in certain areas. See website for details.
UWSP Athletics would like to thank Century World, a valued sponsor of Pointers Athletics. Nestled in the heart of central Wisconsin, Century World is a great place to hold your next event. With breathtaking facilities coupled with a wide variety of packages and amenities to deliver an exceptional experience, and with an award-winning 18-hole golf course with rolling greens to the famous Flower Hole, Century World consistently ranks as one of the best destination golf courses in the nation. For more information, visit centuryworld.com.
Your family's safety is important. And with winter driving coming, Sherrill Tire and Service can help. Sherrill Tire and Service Centers can help with new tires and a pre-season tune-up, so your entire vehicle is winter ready. Sherrill Tire and Service, Plover, Stevens Point, Weston, Wisconsin Rapids, Marshfield, and Medford. And online at SherrillTire.com.
Sherrill Tire and Service. Get your car done right.
Sport Clips Haircuts has an app. Download the app. Upgrade your experience.
All right, people, bring it in. The Sport Clips app. Use it to check in, track your arrival time, get heads-up alerts. Why is that important?
Because guys don't like to wait.
That's right, Alicia. Convenience.
The Sport Clips app. If it were any more convenient, it would cut your hair. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Opt-in required. Message and data fees may apply.
All right, back here at Willett Arena, we are set for the third period. Tom Weaver here with you on the Pointers Sports Network on this Tuesday night. Micah Zip steps to center ice with Brianne Pegan. And off the draw, Marian sends it deep into the Stevens Point end. Lena Berthume, 2-point night for her tonight. Marian just one shot at climbing right back into the centering pass out of the reach of Bryn Weaver, and Olivia Schultz able to get out, cover that one up, and get a whistle here in the opening 14 seconds of play. Shots 28-14 in favor of the Pointers. So in all essences here, the Pointers have doubled up the Sabres, shot-wise and on the scoreboard. All right, Bishop fires a shot, hit a skate, comes back to the near corner, however. And it is Grace Torma sliding it ahead. And it is Katie Stanius through a stick check, taken down to the blue line, sends it deep, chip wide into the near corner. Stevens Point will cycle. Courtney Leising out high to Lena Berthume. Or excuse me, it is Pekarski, McKenna Pekarski with the shot. And save made here by Abby Oken. The opening minute of play here of the third period. Second period goals by Maddie Anderle and Lena Berthume. As the Pointers again trying to get back to 500. Big one at Eau Claire on Saturday. Here's Marian. Oh, it is Maddie Anderle just keeping with it, and she'll send it back behind the net with a defender all over her. Sabres able to break it out, and they'll come back the other way. Sydney Schipper. That's center ice broken up. Grace Torma with it. She'll spin up the far wall to Anderle. Anderle back to the middle. Here's Courtney Leising. Leising has Ahern going to the net. Centering pass behind her. Ahern will get to it. She'll cycle back. Looks to throw a backhand maybe toward the net. Instead veers off to her forehand and turned it over. Off the near wall, cleared out by Sydney Schipper of the Sabres. Near side, Crawford runs into Kayla Stumo, but Stumo able to get the puck deep and cleared back out into the neutral zone. Stumo again across the red line, gets it deep, feeds it in. Here's Ahern. She'll fire a shot, deflected. That goes up and out of play. We'll get a whistle. 18:31 to go here in the third. Stevens Point at 2-0 lead. Tuesday night at the Willett. Face off to the right side now of Abby Oken. Only Pointer sporting event going on tonight, I believe. Basketball tomorrow and other sports later in the week. 2-on-1 back the other way. Heim brings it in. She'll come in firing a shot and a goal. Oh, Olivia Schultz thought she had the 5-hole shut down, but it's Alyssa Heim that will get the goal here for the Sabres, and they are on the board. As Alyssa Heim, the senior out of Beaver Dam and transfer from Eau Claire, gets the goal for the Sabres, and they are on the board here with 18:22 to go here in the third period. For Alyssa Heim, that'll be her third goal of the season. And the Sabres have climbed right back into this. Wilczek almost turned it over to Heim. Now they turn it over again. Here's Kiefer right in front, and Olivia Schultz turns that one to the near corner. Off the near wall, Wilczek down to a knee, slides out to knock it out into the neutral zone. Sabres with it, back the other way, Kiefer turns it over, Wilczek with it. She'll shove it ahead on the far wall toward Josie Bender. Too far for her. Left wing, Hannah Kuna. She'll fire a shot. Olivia Schultz kicked that one aside. So Marian on the board here. A lot of time left in this one, 17:45 to go. It'll get deep and around. Erin Olsen. Now carved around. Aubriella Westfall plays it back. Pointers will put the pressure on the forecheck. They force a turnover. Out high, Soli Doyle with it now. She'll cycle back with it. Leave it back to Stumo. Kayla Stumo flips it back. Sarah Adalin on the left wing. She'll get across the red line and dump it in. Oken puts a stick to it. Caitlin Traver with it now. Traver had it taken away. Pointers out to the point to Stumo. Stumo, long-range shot through traffic. Stanius to the rebound on the near side. She'll cycle with it. Back between the circles. Fires a shot deflected. Oken a save. Rebound loose, and Oken able to smother that one. Stevens Point putting some pressure on there. Micah Zip reaching in as well with Katie Stanius. Katie Stanius will stay out there here. And, Maddie Anderle. Courtney Leising here. Of course, Leising, the Pointers' leading goal scorer with 9. And the point leader with 12. I should say 13, excuse me. Long range to cross the red line and dumped in by Marian. Caitlin Traver does the duties. Behind the net, Lena Berthume runs into it. Berthume up the middle. She'll lead the breakout ahead off the stick of Katie Stanyas. Berthume again drags it ahead, keeps it going. Stanyas still couldn't get it. Back to Lauren Winsenson. Winsenson cycles it ahead, up ahead Leising in the right wing. Works it around a defender. Gets the puck deep. Will give chase with Natalie Ahern. Ahern stole it back through to the middle, and Grace Torma got a stick on it, but the Sabres blasted off the far wall too strong, and oh boy, this is going to be an icing call, and the Sabres, if they can connect on that pass, it's a point-blank 2-on-1 back the other way. All right, up high in the near corner, Piekarski gloves it down. Natalie Ahern with it now. She'll skate with it and bring it out of the zone. Up the middle, flips it ahead in the right wing. Lexi Hagen with it. Hagen around and got it to Natalie Ahern, who spins and sends it deep. Allie Gronowski in the near corner for Stevens Point. Looks to center. Sabres run it up the wall on the near side, but held in at the blue line on the near side by Kayla Stumo. Stumo skates in, comes, gets to her forehand. Blocker save made there by Oken. 15.5 to go in the third. Long range shot in. Oken with a save as Kayla Stumo. Nice chance through traffic. That got in clean. Oken able to see it and cover it up with 15:33 to go here in the second period. Stevens Point has hit 30 shots on goal here tonight as they come in averaging 23.3 per game. Let's see here. The Sabres giving up 33.9 per game. Wilczek poked away from her. Back the other way comes Alyssa Heim. Heim coming around again. She'll come in on a breakaway. Comes in, backhanded shot, fought off by Olivia Schultz. Heim went 5-hole on her again. This time Schultz shut the door. Here comes Josie Bender for Stevens Point, right through Main Street. Up on the near side, cuts to the near boards. Into the near corner she goes. Ridden away from behind, and a pile up behind the net is losing an edge there was Molly Millar. Stevens Point tries to get to it on the near side. Now they do. Berthume in to chip it ahead for Sarah Adalin, but the Pointers were offside, so Millar is just going to come off and change. Traver with it, back the other way, feeds it far side to Heim. She lost the handle on it. Alyssa Heim had her stick lifted, now kicked at here by the Pointers Winsenson. They'll leave it back. Berthume with it. She'll come up the middle and fed it back to the near side. Adalin was ready to go the other way, but Micah Zip got tied up by a defender. Now Adalin forces it loose. She'll swat it with the backhander back to Winsenson. Ahead up, weaving her way through some traffic here. Shelby Treba coming, can't turn it. Berthume keeps it alive. She'll turn, fire a shot. Oken with a save, and will cover. 14:25 to go here in the third. 2-1 is the Stevens Point lead here. 14:25 to go in the third period. No scoring in the first. Stevens Point with the 2 in the second. Marian is countered with 1 here in the third. And that is where we sit. Face off to the right side. Grace Torma throws it along the near wall. First to get there for the Sabres is Shipper. Turned over. Pointers walking in. Backhanded shot. Oken with a save. And with some traffic in, covered up. I believe that is Maddie Anderle, who was able to get a backhanded shot in. Was in pretty tight. I think was trying to lift the puck, but just simply couldn't. So, face off to the left side of Abby Oken. 14:10 to go. Long range shot. Oken with a save as McKenna Piekarski teed that one up. Piekarski, the freshman out of Anchorage, Alaska. All right, off the face-off, goes behind the Marian net. Piekarski on the far side in with an active stick to keep that one going. Sabres clear it. Stanyas will get it and send it in twice. And finally off the glass. Stevens Point finishing a change here. Courtney Leising after it in the near corner. Sent around to the backside to the far side. Abriella Westfall with it. Abriella. Lexi Hagen throws it. Here's Courtney Leising. 1-on-4. Leising comes in a shot. Blocked. Follows her rebound. Stumo to the front of the net. No chance there. Into the far corner. Stumo pokes that free again. Lexi Hagen in there. 13:20 to go in the third. Marian gains possession of it. They'll flip it ahead. Pulled out of midair. Doyle fires a shot off the stick of one of the Sabres. And it's Allie Gronowski in the far corner. She'll reverse back, looks to center, comes through, tipped away at the last minute. Ahern set up in front of the net. But an alert stick there by the Sabre defense prevented a scoring chance. Near side, Bryn Weaver for the Sabres. Stumo firing a shot wide to the far corner. Gronowski after it. She'll tie it up in the far corner again. Gronowski kicks it. Sabres throw it behind the net again. Caitlin Traver. Trying to work it out here. But it stays behind the net. Traver to it again. And finally on the far side, Victoria Payton will get there. Payton to the center ice circle. Brings it into the near side. She'll just put her head down, keep coming. Shot blocker to side. Rebound is there. Back toward the front of the net. Cleared out by the Pointers. Anxious minute there with a blocker save made by Olivia Schultz. Ashton Wilczek now at center ice. She'll cut across to the far side, flip the puck deep to the far corner and give chase. What do we have here? A whistle and an offsides call against the Pointers, I guess. Delayed call here on the backside. And we'll get a whistle with 12:11 to go here in the third period. We'll get a change here for the Sabres. And the faceoff will come at the blue line on the far side. And trickles right in on Abby Okin. So she will cover it up. Another face-off here. Mackenzie Rosine. A couple of encouraging words for her goaltender. Here's Sarah Adalin coming in. Drags it. Oh, poked away from behind. Out high. It is Pikarski with a shot. That goes wide. Far corner. Shelby Treba now for Stevens Point, working with Sarah Adalin. Treba to Adalin. She'll poke it side of the net, off the post. Now rattles around in there with some traffic, and Okin able to reach through a couple of skates and get down and cover it up. So Stevens Point trying to get to the net here with 11:47 to go in the third period. Shots now 35-18 in favor of the Pointers. Off the face-off, comes back out high, and picking it up, here comes Alyssa Heim. Heim racing, splits through two defenders, comes out, Olivia Schultz with the paddle, able to swipe that to the near corner as Heim almost another breakaway chance. On the near side to the side of the net, goes wide. Chasing after it, Maddie Anderle for Stevens Point. Anderle, and it's Kayla Stumo in to help out as well, but the Sabres send it back deep again. Courtney Leising behind the net to get it. She'll put the brakes on, flips it far side to Stumo. She'll reverse back in the far corner. Marian trying to set up the forecheck here. Pointers off the near board. Stanius is bumped, and it's loose. Here comes a turnover. Back the other way is Heim. Alyssa Heim out high, poked away for Stevens Point. Maddie Anderle poked it free, and it comes loose. Thought about a minute trying to chase after that, but instead opts to come off and take the change here. Long range pass here. No icing call. They'll roll the clock here with 10:50 to go in the third. Puck loose on the near wall. Here's Lexi Hagan with it. Shoves it ahead, and it's Allie Gronowski. Gronowski cycles back to Ahern on the near side. Carries it in. Splits two defenders. Comes in. Ahern with a shot. Lifted it high. Rebound to the far corner. Rebound to the side of the net. Gronowski after it again. Half wall on the far side. Winsenson in there to clamp on it. And Lauren Winsenson working with Allie Gronowski at the half wall on the far side. Trying to hold the zone here for Stevens Point. Lexi Hagan waiting out high for it. Now Hagan will come in and join the play and poke it loose. Gronowski digs it free. Back out high to Winsenson. She'll reverse back. Fires a shot. That just missed. Near side. It's Hagan after it. Leaves it to Gronowski on the near side. Near face-off circle. Good positioning here by Gronowski to keep things going. Trying to poke it to Ahern. But Natalie Ahern will skate in and get it. Up the wall on the near side. Ahern going to come off on a change as the Pointers holding it in here. Lena Berthume on the near side just holds it in, and the Pointers changing here and still trying to get possession of it. Sabres able to work it out back the other way. Eastman, it's a 3-on-1 back the other way. Eastman with a shot, blocker down by Schultz. Pointers now may have an odd man rush back the other way. They poke it to the middle, and they'll come off on a change. Bailey Williams cross ice. Marian controlling it. 2-1 game here with 9:30 to go. We'll get a media timeout at the next whistle, barring no icing call. And here's Lena Berthume for Stevens Point to the red line. She'll flip it deep. Berthume Behind the net, Josie Bender. Pointers trying to win a little battle here and center it out in front. Scooping in to pick it up, Josie Bender. Bender firing a shot. Glove save made by Oken. And Marian will clear the front of the net. We'll get a whistle with immediate timeout. 9:09 to go here in the first period. Stevens Point a 2-1 lead here on the Pointers Sports Network. Show off your Pointer pride with the Affinity Debit Card exclusively from U.S. Bank. The Affinity Debit Card isn't just for students. Parents, alumni, faculty, and other fans can show their spirit too. Visit usbank.com/UWSP to get your Pointer Affinity Debit Card today. Or visit the campus branch location in the Dreyfous University Center Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. U.S. Bank, the official banking partner of UW Stevens Point.
The Pointers Blue Line Club brings together hockey fans from all levels to enjoy and support Pointers hockey. Whether you're an individual, family, or business, there are many ways you can support the Pointer program. Consider an individual membership, a business sponsorship, or visit the Blue Line Club apparel stand and purchase the latest items to show your Pointer hockey pride. Get more information at PointerBlueLineClub.com.
All right, out of the media timeout here. 9:09 to go here in the third period. Stevens Point a 2-1 lead. And a face-off in the Marian end. Micah Zip will take the face-off here for Stevens Point. Around. Shelby Treba keeps it going. Then turned it over. Long-range shot fired wide from Berthume on the far side. Lena Berthume, a goal and an assist here tonight for the Pointers. Marian trying to scrap their way. Westfall ahead. Soli Doyle cleared it up, but not out on the far side. Sabres hold it, try to fire a long-range shot, poke free. Here's Micah Zip back the other way. Long-range pass ahead. Sarah Adalin on a breakaway back the other way. Puck rolls over, gets it back. Shot save made by Oken, and a rebound is covered. Oh boy, Sarah Adalin, when she made her tried to go to her finishing move here, kind of lost the handle on the puck. Still able to get a shot off. Oken able to fight it off and then cover the rebound. 8:34 to go here in the third. Face off to the left side of Oken. Stanius with a shot. That's off the glove of Oken to the far side. Behind the net, Courtney Leising digs it free. Leising coming. Leising with Stanius. Leising flips it far side when Sensen. She'll fire a shot. Save made by Oken. Rebound loose. And it is Maddie Anderle. She'll spin and fire a shot. That's deflected. Stanius to the rebound. Shoves it to Leising in the near corner. Leising around. Loose at the half wall on the near side. Sabres try to clear it. Lena Berthume, beautiful job to hold it. Got it to Leising, but then poked away from her. Sabres will get it at the red line on the far side with Brooke Anderson. She'll flip the puck deep. It pinballs around, comes loose. In front of the net, Berthume. She will get it and skate it out into the neutral zone. Has Katie Stanius seeing a pass through some traffic. Stanius unable to hold it. Lexi Hagan will throw it back deep. Pointers send it back on the far side to McKenna Piekarski. She'll streak across on the right wing. Piekarski fires a shot, kicked aside by Oken. 7.5 to go in the third. Stevens Point a 2-1 lead. Near side, Grace Torma. Good play to free it up. Here's Gronowski back the other way. They'll come firing a shot. Just missing is Natalie Ahern. Now to the side of the net. Oken trying to pick it up through traffic. Torma holds it in again. She'll fire a shot. Oken kicks that one aside. Gronowski to the rebound in the far corner. Out high to Piekarski again. Sabres working around. This is going to be a 2-on-1. Heim back the other way. Coming in to help her out is Ellie Kiefer. Hyman on the far side. Tried a centering pass. Broke it up nicely there by Grace Torma of the Pointers. Now a shot fired. Hit a skate in front. Rebound loose. That went just wide. Hung up on the back of the net. Marian kicks it to the near side. Under 7 to go in the third. Here's Traver with it. Feeds it to the near corner. Spinning move. Comes toward the side of the net. Pad save made by Olivia Schultz. Rebound now comes right out in front. Cleared out aside again. Stevens Point will get to it on the near side. Natalie Ahern. A backhander up and out. Traver feeds it ahead. Heim just out of her reach. Into the far corner. Piekarski for Stevens Point. 6.5 to go in the third. A 2-1 lead for the Pointers. But Marian with a little push here in the last couple of minutes. Torma behind the net, reverses back to the near corner, flips it back around to the knee side, out of the reach of Ashton Wilczek. Traver will get it and dump it deep, but the Sabres are off sides. All right, here's Piekarski. feeds it through traffic up on the far side, just out of the reach of Josie Bender. She'll go to the far boards. Molly Millar in there as well. Sabres throw it ahead again, hits off a Wilczek, ricochets right to Grace Torma, who gets to the red line, sends it back deep the other way. Under 6 to go in the third. Josie Bender took it away behind the net, looks to center, and the Sabres close that down. Now backhanded shot flipped just wide as Bender tried to clear it, and near side Eastman will flip it ahead. Long range pass for Kuna. She'll get it. Kuna coming in, firing a shot. Schultz with a save, rebound to the near corner. Sully Doyle tried to clear it out up the near wall, but the Sabres put 2 players in there to make that not a reality here. Aaron Olsen now ricochets around. Here's Josie Bender. Jammed a stick with a defender, and it went right straight up in the air, trying to hit Sarah Adalin. Olsen at center ice for the Sabres. 5:15 to go in the third. Pointers playing with a 1-goal lead here in a tight one. Treba digs it free for the Pointers. They'll come to the near side, out of the reach of Katie Stanyas. She'll feed it back toward Micah Zip. Ricochets back here, Shelby Treba. Treba coming in. She'll fire a shot, fanned on it. Now the Sabres back the other way. Pointers a little slow on the change here, and Lauren Winsenson streaking off the bench. A shot off of her skate. She'll go to the far corner. Winsenson reverses, feeds it up to the far wall. Comes back to the near side to Katie Stanyas. Defender comes in and takes that away from her and tries to get it back in deep. Kiefer played it ahead. Now loose on the near side, comes back out to center ice. Mackenzie Rosine sends it in again. Now Pointers turn it over again. Zip took it away for a minute. Sabres to the side of the net in the near faceoff circle. Winsenson sets up shop in front of the net now defensively for the Pointers. Long range shot blocker to side there by Schultz. 4:20 to go in the third. Sabres out high, shot went just wide, a ricochet in front, I believe on a redirect. As it might have been Alyssa Heim that got a piece of that one, and that just missed. Stanyas to the red line, she'll get it deep again. Coming up on 4 minutes to go in the third, Stevens Point a 2-1 lead. Sabres lead pass ahead, Logan Crawford far side, spun around by Grace Torma. That lost a handle on the puck on the near side. Out of control of the Pointers here, and a long-range shot in on Schultz. It'll bounce in. She'll snare it with the glove and hang on. 3:48 to go here in the third. Stevens Point a 2-1 lead. Shots on goal now 43-21 here as we get this one late. Sabres had come in and won 4 out of 5. Stevens Point has lost their last 3, so Pointers looking to get back to 500 as well. Face off to the left side of Olivia Schultz. Quickly ahead, here comes Ashton Wilczek. Wilczek coming, long range shot. Oken with a stick save into the netting and out of play. And the line of Wilczek, Millar, and Josie Bender, I believe, will come off. And Coach Ann Ninneman counters with Allie Granowski, Natalie Ahern. Oh, I take that back. It is Maddie Anderle, Allie Granowski, and Courtney Leising. It's a little line blender action here for Coach Ninneman. Kayla Stumo shot blocked off. 3.5 to go in regulation. Stevens Point a 1-goal lead. Leising kicks it ahead to the far side. Marian tries to clear it up. Penalty call coming up here against the Sabres as it is a Sully Doyle tackled on the far side. And interference call to the Sabres. Stevens Point will get their first trip to the Skyward power play with 3:24 to go as Brooke Anderson called for interference. It's a Skyward power play, reminding you if supportive teammates are great culture and an honest shot at advancement make for a win, then you'll be victorious when you join Skyward. Learn more at skyward.com/careers. Get your name on the roster. That's Skyward. Pointer power play on the year as the faceoff is down on the far side. Courtney Leising on the near side will set it up. She'll come through to the middle. Micah Zip with a shot. Oken fought that one off to the near side. Pointer power play 10 of 46, 21.7%. Far board, Stanyas feeds it back out high to Zip to Berthume. Now she'll come in. Berthume turning, firing a shot. Oken a save as Courtney Leising a spinning shot. 2:59 to go in regulation. 1:35 remaining in the Skyward power play for the Pointers. Marian penalty kill on the season, 45 of 50, 90%. That's pretty good as well. Both teams 90% or better on the penalty kill here. Face off to the left side of Abby Oken. As it is, the Sabres clearing it, but they turn it over right up the middle. Piekarski, far side. This is Natalie Ahern. Ends up to Piekarski back. She'll shove it ahead between the face-off circles, but nobody can get a shot there. Ahern in far side. Pointers trying to get possession of it, working hard. Sarah Adalin out there with Allie Granowski as well, loose. And they get it back. Winsenson along the blue line. Back far side to Granowski. Lost the handle on it. Can't keep it. And Marian able to chip it back out. Winsenson hustling in with Alyssa Heim in her back pocket. Winsenson ditches her and gets it to Granowski. At center ice, turnover again. Back the other way, Melody Eastman coming in. Can't get free for a shot. Olivia Schultz pushes that out to the far side. Stevens Point with it. 40 seconds to go on the power play. Courtney Leising with speed on the far side. Lifts it up. Tries to walk around a defender. Now gets to it. Goes behind the net. Stevens Point will set up the power play with 30 seconds remaining. Leising a backhander back. Here's Maddie Anderle. Far side it goes. Katie Stanius firing a shot. Oken a save. Minute 48 to go in regulation. 20 to go on the Stevens Point power play. Now they'll come right in front. Tried to do a little redirect with Anderle. Went off her skate and went wide. Coming up on 90 seconds to go in this one. Micah Zip. Courtney Leising. Back out to Micah Zip. Firing a shot. Redirected shot and a goal. Stevens Point from out high. I'm not sure if Maddie Anderle redirected it or if it went straight in. A skyward power play goal with a minute 32 to go is a big one. Stevens Point now up 3-1. Yeah, they're going to say Maddie Anderle got a piece of it, and Marian will take a timeout. Minute 32 to go. We'll take one as well here on the Pointer Sports Network.
Sport Clips Haircuts has an app. Download the app. Upgrade your experience.
All right, people, bring it in. The Sport Clips app. Use it to check in, track your arrival time, get heads-up alerts. Why is that important?
Because guys don't like to wait.
That's right, Alicia. Convenience.
The Sport Clips app. If it were any more convenient, it would cut your hair. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Opt-in required. Message and data fees may apply.
All right, we're back here at KB Willett Arena. Skyward power play goal for the Pointers late here is a big one. Maddie Anderle gets her second of the game is what they're saying. So Maddie Anderle from Courtney Leising. And I did not hear the other assist. So we will see. Maddie Anderle on the power play from Micah Zip and Courtney Leising is what it is. And a minute 32 to go. All right, let's see. Oken will come back out between the pipes here with a center ice face-off. 47 shots on goal for the Pointers. All right, here is Maddie Anderle in. We'll get a whistle, and what do we have? An interference call on the Pointers off the face-off. So Marian here will get a power play. And let's see if Oken will come off and get an extra attacker on. Yep, looks that way. Minute 29 to go. Marian will head to the power play. And Stevens Point will be on the penalty kill here, and a two-man advantage here for the Sabres. Behind the net it goes. 6-on-4 advantage. Near side, Bishop. Along the blue line, fakes. Now sends it toward the net. Kicked aside by Olivia Schultz. Bryn Weaver to the rebound on the far side. And coming up on a minute to go here. Stevens Point a 3-1 lead and an empty net. For the Sabres, here's Bryn Weaver near side. Looks to get it deep. Courtney Leising after it. Here's Lena Berthume. Berthume skates out far side. She'll draw two defenders and just try to force it up the near wall. Courtney Leising reaching in there. Leising able to clear it out. Leising poking it free, still has it. Trying to spin and get free for a shot. Comes back. Long range shot by Micah Zip. Kick down. Courtney Leising gathers it back in. She'll get it. Sweep it toward the net. Kicked aside. 33 seconds to go in regulation. Stevens Point, a 2-goal lead here. As Marian trying to get a desperate push here. They're going to have to pull a rabbit out of a hat here. It's Bryn Weaver, far side in. Comes back through to the middle. Stick lift here by Sydney Shipper. Goes wide. Centering pass comes right through and just missed. 10 seconds to go. Still a two-person advantage here for Marian. Traver with a shot redirected off the side of the net outside. 3 seconds to go. Final seconds will tick off, and Stevens Point will snap a 3-game losing streak and come away with a 3-1 victory here tonight over the Marian University Sabres and snap their 2-game winning streak. So Stevens Point gets the win. They will improve to 8-8-1 overall. Marian will fall to 4-10-1 overall. Stevens Point gets the win 3-1. We'll take a break. We'll come back with our post-game show. We'll get you a scoring recap. We'll get you our Pointer Player of the Game on our post-game show coming up. Stevens Point beats Marian 3-1 here on the Pointer Sports Network.
TDS Fiber, the future of internet, TV, and phone service, is expanding to more communities. Register now at tdsfiber.com/radio. Enjoy internet speeds up to 1 gig at your home or business. That's 10 times faster than 100 meg from cable. Plus, change the way you watch TV with our whole home DVR. Can't get that with cable. Powerful internet, premium services. Go to tdsfiber.com/radio to register, learn about bonus offers, and more. TDS Fiber available in certain areas. See website for details.
At Papa John's Pizza, the secret to success is much like the secret to making a great pizza. The more you put into it, the more you get out of it. Whether it's signature sauce, toppings, original fresh dough, or even the box itself, Papa John's invests in ingredients to ensure the finest quality pizza. Call Papa John's at 715-972-1414 for delivery, or stop by Division Street for carryout to order your favorite pizza, breadsticks, or wings today. Papa John's, a proud sponsor of Pointer Athletics.
Sure Tire and Service, get your car done right. Big town savings with a small town smile. State of the art Goodyear service keeps you going mile after mile. We're working to earn your trust. You can count on us. Sure Tire and Service, get your car done right.
All right, back here at Willard Arena, our post-game show here. Stevens Point beats Marian here by a score of 3-1. After a scoreless first period where the Pointers outshot Marian 13-4. Pointers got on the board twice in the middle frame. Maddie Anderle, her 5th of the year from Lena Berthume at 6:58. Berthume then returned the favor with her 1st of the year at 11:45, assisted by Molly Millar and Josie Bender at 11:45 of the second. It was 2-0 Stevens Point after 2. Marian made things interesting, scoring a goal a minute 38 into the third period. Alyssa Heim, her 3rd of the year, unassisted, cut the lead to 2-1. Back and forth we went, but the Pointers sealed the deal in the skyward power play. Maddie Anderle, 2nd of the game, 6th of the year, assisted by Micah Zip and Courtney Leising. That came at 18:28. Stevens Point outshoots Marian in the third period 19-7 and 47-21 for the season, for the game, I should say. That is the second highest shot total for the Pointers of the season, who I believe had 50 against Northland earlier in the year, so the Pointers credited there. Pointers in the skyward power play tonight, 1-for-1, credited with 4 shots on goal. Marian was 0-for-2 on the power play and had 1 shot on goal. Abby Oken takes the loss in net, made 18 third-period saves for a game total of 44. Tell you what, she kept the Sabres in it with a chance to get close at the end. Olivia Schultz gets her 6 saves in the third period, and she gets credited for a game total of 20. So Olivia Schultz now 8-8-1 on the season and gets the win here tonight. Face-off-wise, Stevens Point 52.4% of the face-offs they win, as Stevens Point again improves to 8-8-1 overall, 4-10-1 for the Marian University Sabres. All right, we got to pick our Pointer player of the game. Tough one. Maddie Anderle gets 2 goals here tonight, but I'm going to go with Lena Berthume. Assisted on the first one and scored her first goal of the year, the second goal for the Pointers, which turns out to be the game winner here tonight. As Stevens Point beats Marian. So Lena Berthume, the junior out of South Haven, Minnesota, is our Pointers player of the game. Don't forget basketball tomorrow. Let's see here. The women on the road at Oshkosh. Men will be at Quant Fieldhouse at 7 o'clock. We're back here Friday night with the Pointer men. Big weekend as River Falls comes to town Friday and Saturday. We'll have the pregame coverage for you both nights starting at 6:45. That's going to do it here from Willett Arena. Thanks for sticking with us. Pointers get a non-conference win back to 800. And don't forget, they'll be at Eau Claire on Saturday afternoon. 2 o'clock face-off there at Hobbs Ice Arena against the 8th-ranked Blue Golds in a big WIAC matchup. That's going to do it. 3-1 your final. Stevens Point beats Marian. I'm Tom Weaver. Thanks for listening to Pointer Women's Hockey on the Pointer Sports Network. This has been UW Stevens Point Hockey on the Pointer Sports Network. Pointers Hockey on the Pointer Sports Network is brought to you by Marshfield Clinic Health System, Skyward, U.S. Bank, Century Insurance, Century World, PJ's Restaurant, Team Sherrill Companies, Subway, Stevens Point Brewery, General Beer, also by Papa John's, the National Guard, TDS Fiber, Buffalo Wild Wings, Len Dudas Motors, Dunkin' Donuts and Baskin Robbins in Stevens Point, Sport Clips, Hilltop Pub and Grill, Auto Select, Pizza Ranch, Coca-Cola, and BSN Sports Under Armour. This broadcast is an exclusive presentation of UW Stevens Point Athletics. Join us again for Pointers Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network.